Hey guys, how are you doing? Welcome to the show. I hope everyone's doing well. First things first, please let me know in the live chat if you can hear me okay, if everything's coming in loud and clear. And I'm probably going to run a little test here real quick on my side just to see if I can do something with the audio for the guests this evening. Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. Okay, I'm going to do something here. Let me mess with this for a second. Okay, so I'm talking now. You hear how I'm coming in. Now I'm about to change something. Okay, I just made a change. And does my audio come in clearer or better? How's that sound to you guys? Sounding pretty good? You can hear me well? Cool. Then I'm probably going to go ahead and run with this setup for tonight. Okay, but I want to welcome you guys to another episode of Call In with KJ. Where is your mind? Truly one of my favorite things that I get to do. And we've been doing these here for a few years. Cool, clear. Okay, good. Thank you guys. I've been doing these for several years, man. I don't do them all the time. I like to give them a little bit of space, in between. But they're always a pleasure. It's your show. It's pretty easy how we do this here in just a little bit. Once we get some people coming in, more people coming in, I'll put the link to a live chat with me in the live chat for you. So in the live chat, I'll post a link. Once you click it, you'll find yourself in a waiting room, a separate chat room that holds 10 people. And I just go down the line and choose one person, as we go, one at a time. And we do this show. And you get to talk about whatever you want to. Any questions or any observations? A lot of times people share testimonies. Those are always awesome. Any strange or unusual encounters? You know me, I like the weird stuff. So let us know about some of the weird things. Had some cool werewolf stories over the years. I love stuff like that, man. So if you get any strange, interesting stories, this is the place to do it. Or if you just want to say hi, it's like there's no rules here. It's an opportunity for me to open up my platform to you. And I love connecting with you guys like this, It's like, I just like it. I don't know what else to say. It's nice because I'm such a private person, like in real life, and y'all already know I'm a bit camera shy, but I do like talking to you. I like getting to know you. So thank you, guys. So it's like I said, and all I ask is, well, you won't be on camera for everyone else to see, so don't worry about that. And I just ask that you make sure the audio is down in the background, whatever you're watching the show on, because it could cause a bit of an echo issue every now and then. So please just keep that in mind. Otherwise, it's smooth rolling, man. There's no reason to be scared or anything like that. We're having a real conversation, and just hanging out. And you don't have to be a professional or anything like that. Okay. I won't bite unless you ask me to. Just kidding. I won't bite. I genuinely like talking to y'all. And so, yeah, keep that in mind. Okay. There's no pressure. Also, want to address something. Just give it a few minutes here. We're letting more people coming in. Good to see everybody. Thanks, everyone. Great to see you. Thank you, Tamara, of course. Yeah, a little update, man. I posted this on Subscribestar and on PayPal, but what happened was, so about 6 months ago or so, my website really started getting attacked. It's Who is KJ Osborne's my website. And I started that in 2015, so I've had it for a decade. Somewhere around a decade now. I've had that site, and for the most part, I never ever had any hacking issues or anything like that. I had a basic malware protection thing on that, and it lasted for years, man. Never really had any major issues. But about 6 months ago, it started getting pretty crazy. I started noticing weird changes on the site, and that's when I fell into the rabbit hole myself of the hacking and stuff. So I would fix it and then just keep posting things and not worry about it. And then I'd check a month later and they're back in. And it's just been going back and forth, man. But now it looks like I'm in a good spot. I had to purchase all kinds of malware protection, stuff and all this. But either way, I've got it. It's seems to be doing really well. And I've been back into rebuilding the site. I just uploaded 10 videos today. Some of them as old as 2017. Do you guys remember first the statues and then the churches? Oh man, like I'd forgotten about that till I saw it again. I mean, I forget about a lot of these because I've been doing it for so long. Anyway, I posted 10 new videos today, all up on the website, also on Rumble, if you want to go check them out there. And yeah, man. So I think we're back at. They even removed all my awards I got for my scariest movie ever 2020. I had like I don't know 30 awards up there and awards and nominations and stuff. Pretty cool, right? So I thought so. But I had all those on the site, and somebody went through and took all those out, and it's nasty, you know. Like I have a there's a message I was able to put in there for when people get blocked, and I'm blocking everybody now except for me. And I put a little message in there, just talking to him a little bit about Jesus. Seriously, right? It's like, let this stuff go, man. Like, stop being evil, stop being disgusting. I didn't say that. I was nice. I was just like, turn to Jesus, my friend. Cut this stuff out. Um, I don't know. Maybe I'm sure there's a lot of bots involved too, but it's not always bots. A lot of these ones I'm blocking are they write or they're called tests. So they send these test things constantly to the site. Either way, man, I've been praying about it too. But so we're in a better spot. I'm getting everything back up and running over there. It's looking good, looking a lot better. Bunch of new videos up there. I've been constantly going through there and kind of trying to find. Another big one was losing the scariest movie ever channel. When they took that down, I had videos, all my videos from the scariest movie ever were showing over on my website. It was connected, you know. But they took that site out, or they took my site down, the scariest movie ever, and now all those are missing. So there's some of that you're going to find, like the older ones. You may find some of these things missing. It'll have a message from YouTube because the channel was removed. But otherwise, man, we're getting good. Like I got a lot of, I keep finding a bunch of old ones, man. I just had forgotten about, and really cool ones, I think. So anyway, I've been hard at work. That's why I was going to do another show this week. Last night, I was thinking about doing one with. I've had a few people reach out after doing my show with Kim Berthel, the uh, survivor of the MK Ultra and all the family bloodline stuff, and those were great shows. I did a couple with her, so a few people reached out. I wanted to reach back out, maybe have one of them on last night, but I've been down the rabbit hole on my website for several days. Anyway, that's it. Just wanted to catch you up on that. We got some people coming in now, looking good. So once again, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to put the link over here into the chat for you guys to join in. I'll give y'all a little bit of time to come on in, and you'll be in a 10-person private chat with all the other guests. Oops, almost messed up. And that's it, man. Then here's the link. Just click it. You'll jump in, and I just go with whoever is first, and we just kind of go right down the line and do it like that, man. These are always so cool to me and always a lot of fun, and just they're interesting. I mean, you guys are great, man. You guys are great. There's so many fantastic stories that I get from y'all, and amazing testimonies also. So yes, please jump on in. We'll give it a little bit of time. Let some people start coming in here. Got a couple people coming in. Don't be shy, guys. Come on in. I genuinely look forward to chatting with you, especially if you're somebody that's been wanting to, but you're a little scared or something in the past, never did. Just do it, man. Just jump on in. You'll see. It'll be smooth. We'll have a good time, good chat. Wonderful seeing people starting to filter in. Good to see it, man. I'll put the link up one more time, and then as the show goes on, periodically I'll be dropping the link over there and letting y'all know how to get in. Okay? So there's that, and I think we can go and get started. I got Birdman, Be More Busker, cool name. Roger, April Daly, good to see you. FJ, Pay 5 Char. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but I know we're friends here, so it's good to see you. And Mentally Ill is here too, so that's cool. Good to see y'all. Thank you so much. Let me go and switch up the background here for my first guest. Try something a little different. There you go. This is pretty cool. And I will bring in one Birdman, Indiana. You.
Hey KJ, can you hear me, brother in Christ?
Having good. Little bit of a wind background there, but otherwise.
Yeah, sorry about that, man. How are you doing, my brother in Christ?
Well, I'm great. I always enjoy these, man. I've been looking forward to it all week, so I'm good. And as I said, just been working on the website, and it's just crazy, man. I mean, it blocked 10,000 attempts like in a day. I'm not even joking. It's crazy. So there's, somebody's got like bot armies coming at me. But either way, man, I pray about it. I'm good. It's a battle, like it really is warfare. And there really are things. There's things that happen behind the scenes I don't even talk about. I don't want to give some things any, you know, I don't know, any
Feeding
strength or
energy,
anything.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Kind of keep it to yourself, But how about you, man? How's everything with you?
Oh, thanks for asking, brother in Christ. I'm doing all right, man. Just working hard, working out. Hey, I was working hard this morning. I put in 2 hours of workouts before I even started with my work day at 5 a.m. I was doing push-ups on my knuckles, man, sweating hard, dude. Feeling
That's
good
good.
though. Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's the way you do it. That's how we get a
absolutely.
lot of this. That's how we get a lot of the pressure out and the stress and all that. And good for you, man. Do you have kids?
And thank you. No, sir, I do not.
Oh, okay. Wasn't
Yeah.
sure. Just gonna ask how the kids are. Do you have pets?
Yeah, my wife has a Yorkie dog, and I was raised with cats, so I know that I don't know, it's just an adjustment trying to live with a bit of a dog like that. I know she does things that cats have never done, for me anyway, and yeah, I'm just trying to deal with it. So yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's
that's
just an
that.
adjustment, I guess you could say, but
Yeah,
it's
that's
all right.
it's a whole other life with the dogs. They're so different, and just totally a cat person. But if we were living in different times and had time in this life to put roots down and things like this, which I know we don't, but if we did, if I had it all to do over again, if I had some land, I'd have like a place out in the middle of nowhere. But if I ever did that, I would definitely get dogs. I'd probably get a couple dogs. I've always thought just German shepherds might be great guard dogs, and they seem to be good with people, something like that. But otherwise, I'm a cat man,
Oh yeah, me too.
all the
But
way.
yeah, absolutely. But what kind of dog did you used to have, KJ, when you were a boy? Was it a German Shepherd as well?
No, never had one like that. When I was little, we had Yorkshire Terriers because my dad's a huge fan of those. So,
Okay.
and they were Toddy and Maggie were their names. Toddy and Maggie, so cute. They were great doggies. They
Mhm.
lasted like 13 or 14 years. Toddy died first, and then maybe and Maggie completely changed, was depressed, you could tell. And then like a month later, she just walked outside one day, laid down underneath the tree they used to lay down under, and just died, like right there. But so it's pretty sad. These animals, obviously, they get connected with each other and they grow up together, and just like us. There's a mourning that takes place.
Absolutely. And were they from the same litter, KJ?
Oh, I don't know. I think so. I'm sitting here thinking back about the dogs, but yeah, that was about it for me, man. I mean, I like dogs, but just not that much because they're a lot more work. They're way too much work for me. It's why I like cats mostly because there's not that much work. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, but that was then. I don't know, man. Yeah, I really think a lot about being in heaven and being able to be around all the animals. That's what I look forward to. Just imagine just laying in the field with like all the animals, just hanging out, playing. Who knows? Maybe talking. I wonder if animals talk in heaven. But no matter
Mhm.
what, that's something I think it'll be a lot of fun. I look forward to.
Absolutely. Yeah, certainly. Yeah. And I was going to say too, KJ, I'm digging into the Bible right now. I'm going through the Gospel of John. I don't know, there's just something about Jesus' story. Every time I read it, it just really strikes me. It strikes me at the heart because he went through so much when he was here with us on this earth. And, he went through the range of emotions that we all feel. And it's just really, really special to read his tale and read his story. And I'm sure you agree with that, but I just wanted to point that out because I was reading through the Gospel of John today, and he was crying about the whole situation. And I thought I can only imagine how that must have felt for him to be rejected by his people the way that he was, and to
Oh
deal with
man.
all the things that he had to deal with. Yeah, I'm just thanks for letting me share some of that. I just was thinking
No,
about
of
it a lot.
course. Yeah, no, of course. No, it's a great point, man. You can't go wrong with the Gospels, of course. And um, I don't even know where I'm at right now. I'd go online. I've shown y'all some of my shows how I do it. My bookmark, I color code different verses. I'll do another one of those shows soon and share some of that. But oh yeah, man, exactly. That's the thing about Jesus is when we learn more about him, just how relatable he is because he did go through it. And even I've mentioned, that a lot of us have this experience, I'm sure, but I really am having it and have had it for a long time now with family. It's like your family, they are always going to see me as little KJ or something, or even the naughty teenager I was or whatever, but they can't understand any kind of maybe knowledge or wisdom I've come across throughout my life, and so you try to share these things about the end times and the importance of Jesus and all this other stuff, and they, yeah, it's not there for them. They don't get it. And I've talked about this before. A lot of religious kind of minded folks are like that. They don't like hearing about the supernatural stuff or end times, none of that. It's like, just give me the basics, but, and Jesus, of course, had that happen with him, is the prophet not welcome in his own home or something to that effect. And
Yeah,
so,
and
yeah,
Nazareth, that when he went to the synagogue there where he grew up, these kids were just like,
right.
"This is Joseph's son, isn't it?" It's like,
Yeah. Giving him noogies. Get over here. Little Jesus over here. Remember you, I mean, yeah, that's part of it. But yeah, I'm with you though, man. But, oh yeah, for sure. I think about it a lot. I don't, when I sit there and start thinking too much about what happened to him, the crucifixion, I'll cry. I don't like sitting there going too deep on that and thinking about it, because you just picture how everybody was spitting at him and cursing him and laughing at him, and it's just all of it. It's like, if anybody knows what it feels like to be bullied, Jesus does. So yeah,
absolutely. And
man.
if anybody has a desire or a justification for revenge, right, KJ, for sure, it would be him. And he didn't want it. He was begging with God to forgive them. They know not what they do.
Yeah, so true. Yeah, he obviously. Whoa, I think that's just some wind or something I'm getting
Sorry.
there, but no, you're good. But yeah, no, yeah, man, it's yeah. I don't know what else to say about that, but yeah, it's just it's what I spend most of my time. Yeah, I talk to him all day long when I'm here and out, and that's the way to do it. Just keep a relationship with him and make it real, and don't just set aside like, oh, I'll do I have prayer time, like when I go to bed or whatever, man. Like, that's, let's do it all the time and every day, because he's right there, he resides within us. He's right there with us. So I'm all about that, about having a real relationship with him, talking to him, chatting with him, praying. It's all separate, and yeah, and always looking for hopefully more interesting supernatural things to happen. I love when those things happen. But yeah, but otherwise, everything else cool with you, man? Everything good? Anything
Oh yeah.
fresh from the Bible that you want to maybe talk about?
Oh well, I was just reading the Gospel of John recently about that, and I was just kind of thinking about whenever he was crying in the Garden of Gethsemane before his crucifixion, and just little highlights and bits about that, and like when the Pharisees and the Sadducees were messing with him and trying to trip him up all the time, and he'd throw it right back in their faces every single time. I mean, just I don't know. I can't imagine how tedious stuff like that would be if I were him. But just
What's it's going to be?
Sorry,
Yeah,
go
it's
ahead.
going to be no. It's going to be real cool to actually get to talk to him about it in person, and also to meet John and just everybody from the Bible, man. It's going to be incredible. There's so much cool stuff coming. It's not even funny. And getting to see all of you guys, all of us getting to meet up, and it's going to be great, man.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that, brother in Christ. That's for certain.
Me too.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. And you still keeping up with your YMCA workouts, KJ?
Oh yeah, thanks. Exactly. Yeah, I still am, and loving it. Loving my YMCA and my swimming, and that's my big exercise right now. And then I'll yeah, man, I love it. You got to do it. You got to do things like, you got to exercise. I've always been an exercise person, because when I was in the military, of course, it was always weights, and then before that, I was in all the sports all through high school, and always lifting weights, and I'd gotten to, I did dumb stuff like we all did when we were kids, and I'd gotten bullied like everybody does when I was little, but then things changed because I started taking Taekwondo when I was 13, and started, I was tired of that stuff. So I started fighting back. But then one time, this was kind of not a very cool one. It was really my bad, but I was it was weightlifting class or whatever in high school. It's like one of those weird whatever things you can get. But we were all lifting weights and taking turns. It was co-ed. There were men and women in there, boys and girls. And some dude, like a big buff guy, I can't remember who he was or what his name was. I remember what he looks like, though. Can't remember much about him, but because we didn't run in the same circles. But he kept making a fuss. Oh, wait. Yeah, he kept making a fuss about us taking too long or something like that. I'm not sure. So, but he kept doing it, kept just huffing and being a real bother. And so at one point, when it was my turn to lift, I walked over to him. I patted him on his shoulder. He turned around and said, "Excuse me, sir, is it okay if I go ahead and go now?" And again, that's not good stuff to do. I was like, as a teenager.
Messing
And
with
he,
him, right, KJ? Yeah.
yeah, he pushed me and I punched him right in his face, man, as hard as I could. Yeah, not cool. Knocked him down. I got in trouble. So I did some stuff like that. I wasn't bullying, but I had such a chip on my shoulder from being bullied so much when I was little. Because we moved from one side of town to the other when I was little, when my stepdad came around. And I was dating my mom. They got married, and then he so we were living pretty poor. It was like just me, my sister, and my mom, single mom, trying to raise two kids on her own. And she did that. I mean, the dad was kind of there, but not much. That's a whole other story with him. He was the dad that adopted me, but he just wasn't really around much, man. So yeah. So when my dad came around, my stepdad, and they got married, literally moved us from one side of town to the other. And for us, it was like moving up to the big city or something. I mean, it wasn't, but it was just a little more well off, a little nicer, the whole thing. So it was a different whole group of kids I was around and everything else. So there was a period of time where that stuff was a thing, and people were, I'd get bullied, man. And anyway, like I said, I carried a chip on my shoulder for a while. And then when I started growing and getting bigger and learning how to defend myself, then like things changed. I got into a few fights like that in school, just trying to pick back on the bullies and stuff. But anyway, that's not very cool stuff. But we all grow up, we learn, and I learned it. I did anyway, man. What else you got for us?
Yeah, I was curious, KJ, when you were in the Coast Guard, did you ever have to go through basic training, or did you have boot camp that you went through while you were going through there?
Oh yeah, we had boot camp, but yeah, we had a full boot camp, and it was pretty good. I mean, we learned, there's a lot of classroom stuff to learn, a lot of nautical type stuff to learn, but yeah, I had a real boot camp with Coast Guard. But my real boot camp, I believe, was my first unit, Kodiak Island, Alaska, on a construction boat for 2 years, because that was brutal. I had a fight on that one too. But that was just really, really brutal, man. It was just really hard work. You work all day from like 8 to whatever 4, and then you go on watch from 4 to 8, another 4 hours. Then you go to bed and you wake up at 4 in the morning and do it for 4 to. I mean, just a lot of really, man, it's just crazy. But I'm glad I did it, because it really made me grow up a lot. It snapped me out of a lot of things, and just it's like, that's why I've always used that as a measure my entire life. When I have to do something that's difficult, especially physical labor stuff, I always think back to those days. It's like, man, I made it through that. I can make it through anything. Some of the stuff we had, very dangerous work too. Very dangerous we had out there on the boat. But one of the sailors even died, that showed up out there just a week after he showed up. But it had nothing to do with the boat. He actually fell off a mountain. We'd gone to Dutch Harbor, Alaska, where we picked up our buoys and dropped buoys off and stuff. And him and some other kid went hiking, and they got up the side of a mountain. He slipped and fell. It was bad, man. But just, yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling off on these stories, but yeah, that's about it, man. It was a real boot camp for me. It was 2 years on a construction boat with 52 men in Alaska. It was like one of the hardest things I ever did, for sure.
Absolutely. And did you go to the funeral of that guy as well who died too, KJ?
We had something, but it wasn't a funeral because he wasn't from there. They sent the body back to his parents. But yeah, we did something, but yeah, his name was Sean. But anyway, man, I don't want to keep rambling on that, but I don't mind sharing those kinds of things. Anything else you got for us, man?
Sure. You got a big weekend coming up, KJ?
It's really just work. I'm doing KJ's What Happened Tomorrow, and then Monday I've got the Uncensored, and then Sunday I'm probably going to go back to work on the website all day. But That's
Hmm.
about it, man. I really just, it's not a really exciting life that I live in real life. It's a very quiet life. And I like it like that. Very secluded, lots of time alone. I need that. It's really good. Um, yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And the new
Thanks for
video is coming
asking.
up next Friday, correct? I think.
Yeah, yes, sir. New video this week. And
Yeah.
like I said, if y'all had missed some, I dropped 10 new videos today over on Rumble and on my website. So check them out. Oh, yeah, I've already got a portion of my video done and more stuff to show and some interesting stuff I've got, I think. But, I'm my biggest fan. That may sound terrible to people, but I always try to make things I would want to watch. And even the shows, I always want to try to create things I would enjoy, so hopefully it translates. But thanks for asking, man. I'm good. How about your weekend? Any plans?
Well, I know that right now we're just trying to finish up the work week. I mean, it's hard enough just to get through the day. I know we got church this weekend. I think we got to go visit my mother-in-law, and I guess it'll be about it. I'm kind of winging it right now, but yeah, I put a cap on the work week today, and with all the crazy early wake up I had today and workouts and everything, I'm just going on fumes right now. But I'd never miss this, brother in Christ. Thanks so much again for having me again tonight.
Yeah, of
Number one.
course, man. Yes, always a pleasure to have you, man. I even look for you. I'm like, where's Bird, man? Oh, there he is.
Well, thanks, man.
but
I
but
appreciate it.
good,
I'm getting common to you, huh? Yeah.
no problem, man. I like it. It's good chatting with you. You're always great here on the show. So thank you so much and all that, man. So what else you got? Anything else for us, Birdman? I'm not trying to push you off. I'm just keeping us in time.
Oh, sure, absolutely. I'm sorry if I'm going on for too long. I
No,
just wanted
you're
to send
cool.
thanks, man. I just wanted to send out a shout out to Tamara and Blake and all your moderators and all your super cool chat crew. There was a guy named ST or guy or girl named STST77 in the comments who was commenting about seeing Birdman back on the last live chat show we did, and I just wanted to send a shout out for them to that for thanking them for pointing me out. And I wanted to thank you as well, KJ. I truly appreciate getting to know you, my brother in Christ, and I'm so happy to join you on another one of these wonderful call-in shows. Thanks so much again for hosting this, and I will keep you and all your super cool chat crew in my thoughts and prayers always, brother in Christ. I did last night
Man,
too.
you're so eloquent. I love it.
Well, thank
Man, and you're very kind. I love that, Birdman. So hey, you're welcome. I always appreciate you, man, and hope you have a good one. And we'll do it again next time. Okay.
thanks so much, KJ. I appreciate it. God bless you, KJ.
You too, Birdman. Take care.
Thanks
Thank
a lot.
you.
Good
All
night,
right. Bye
buddy.
bye. Birdman, Indiana. Yeah, man. It's always a pleasure to have you, man. Always. Thank you so much. Now I'm going to switch up the background for my next guest. I know that's a weird image. I don't know why I've got that up there. I needed a black background whenever my video the gifs are too short, and that's what I threw up there. So every now and then you'll see that. I can't remember what it is. I think it's a claw or something. I don't know, or I don't know. It's something weird, but it fit with the video that I did way back. Enough about that. I'm welcoming Roger to the show. Hey, Roger, are you there? Hey, Roger. He'll be here. He's probably had to get up and go do something real quick. He'll hear me. Hey, Roger. Hey. Yeah, if you could just turn the volume down to the background, and then you just have to unmute on your end. It's muted on your side. Take a look at it. I'm not sure how it happened, but something. No worries, man. No rush. It happens. But yeah, it says, let me see. It says guest must choose to unmute themselves. So I don't know how that happened, but these things happen. Don't feel bad. There we go. Bingo, baby. Yeah. Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me okay? Roger, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hey, man, can you hear my voice? Okay, good. And I can hear you. How's it going? Yeah. So go for it. Okay, cool. So go for it. How's it going, man?
Oh, hey, KJ. Yeah, it's pretty good, KJ. Can you hear me okay?
Oh yeah.
Hello?
Yep, I can hear you.
There's a delay, but I'm doing fine. But okay, I was wondering. Okay, um, I kind of came across you about 10 years ago. I guess I've been watching you for like 10 years,
Thanks.
and I first saw your Hugh Hefner video about how he was all into his thing with the women with the mirrors in his bedroom or something like that.
Yeah, I'll never get that out of my brain after reading that. But yeah, I don't know if the people are familiar, but I did a video way back on Hugh Hefner because one of the playmates had written a book after, years later, and I read a
Yeah.
bunch of it.
Okay.
Yeah, and I read a bunch of it, and the scene is that it was Hugh Hefner, and the way that he would have his intercourse with people is that he'd be in his bed, waiting on them, and he had screens all around him, and the girls would come in one at a time. They're in a single file line in another room, and they would mess around with the guy while he's looking at gay pornography stuff on the on the screens. Anyways, so yeah, but that's a good thing to know. I think it starts shattering the illusion of how sexy all that is. It's really not. Go ahead, Roger. What else is on your mind, man?
Uh, yeah. It's very nice to talk to you. I've always wanted to speak with you. I've always been at work or never had time to, join in the conversation or I pretty much looked at your videos after a day after.
I appreciate that. Thank you, and I appreciate you watching for so long.
I live in San Antonio and about 10 years ago, uh, I worked at post office and John Reflect would come in.
Oh,
And the
that's
problem,
cool.
I was at the post office and Jonathan Kleck about 10 years ago come by. I had no idea who he was, but I thought he was crazy because he talked about politics, but then he goes to cons- conspiracy stuff, which I thought I just like dismissed it. But he was always more friendly to me, and it's just kind of funny. About 5 years later, I came across one of your videos and you started bringing him up. It's kind of wow. It's just kind of coincidental how it works. Like I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah,
And
he's
about
yeah he's
5 years.
he's
But
that's really cool. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of other people have thought he was crazy out in public too, for sure.
and I know you were. It's kind of fun.
But yeah, that's really cool. I'm glad that I'm glad you get to yeah, he's great, man. I've mentioned him for years. I've been friends with him for like a decade.
But
So
anyway, it's very nice talking to you.
yeah, man, it's nice talking to you too. I'm sorry there's an issue with the audio over there.
Oh, Warren, you're always talking about the Harpazo, and I remember watching this movie about back in 1991.
Okay, so I heard you mention the harpazo, and then what was the second part?
Anyways, there was a movie back in 1991. It was called the Rapture. It had the guy from the X Files. I was wondering if you've ever seen that. I thought it was a pretty not good movie. I thought it really kept my interest. I just wanted if you ever seen it.
What was the movie called again? Sorry, I'm having a little trouble with my audio or hearing you. But what was the name of the movie again, Roger? Go ahead.
It was called The Rapture. It had the guy from the X Files. David Duchovny.
Yeah, man, I'm sorry. It's still. Can you spell it? Spell the name of the movie, please. I know, but I'll be able to understand it.
It's called the Rapture, the Rapture.
Oh, okay. Because see, I didn't even hear that. Yes, I've seen that. It has Mimi Rogers is in it too. And I mean, I don't think the person that wrote that is a Christian that really understands what the rapture is, but regardless, there is some really interesting imagery in that. And yeah, it's a movie called The Rapture. It's got David Duchovny, and it's interesting if y'all want to check it out, but don't expect it to be biblically accurate. Yep. Yeah, this is.
Anyway, I have a really bad delay on my side of KJ, but it's really nice talking to you. I'm going to continue to listen to you. I pretty much listen to your videos the day after they're done, but I'm going to go ahead and take one because the delay on my phone, I don't know how to work this thing.
Roger, I know that's okay. Maybe next time. I don't know if you have them, but try it just a headset or something, man. Because I really do want to talk to you.
Thank you, KJ.
Okay. You're welcome, Roger. Take care. Thanks, man. But we'll get it right next time. Okay. All right. I'll let him go. Yeah, we'll just have to figure that. Like I said, man, doing the live shows and people all over the world here, and no, not everybody's a professional at this, so things happen. It gets a little weird sometimes, the technical issues and whatever else. But Roger, I really do hope we get a chance to actually talk, man. So I'd say next time, just try like a headset's the best way, because that's hard doing it like that, talking and using your speakers and microphone through the computer. Like, it's difficult, I know, but thank you for trying, man. Regardless, I appreciate you calling in. Nice meeting you, and I really hope we can next time you come back on and we'll be able to have a good talk. Okay. All right. Next up, I've got V, but I need to switch it up a little bit here. And there we go. So now it says they will need to connect their mic and cam before you can add them to the stream. So V, this is the message I'm getting on my end. It says that they will need to connect their microphone and cam before I can add them to the stream. So right now I can't even bring you in. So I'll give you a moment to check that out and figure that out. You just have to reconnect your microphone and cam so I can add you in. And I'm going to jump over to my next one, Xero, which I'm very excited to talk to. Xero has been a friend online here for quite a while. Why is it not letting? There it is. Oh, okay. All right, you should be good, Xero. How you doing? Can you hear me? Oh man, I can't hear you. Sorry, man. Xero, I can't hear you at all. I see your mouth moving, but you're not coming through at all, man. Just maybe double check your connections or something. Something like that. And I can give you time, man. I'll move to the next person. I'll keep you in here and just try to figure that out if you could, because I want to talk to you. We've been friends on here. If you're the same Xero, there you are. There he is.
Just noticed my microphone was on mute.
Okay, there we are, and we're in.
Yeah, no, really good to call you again. It's really good to hear.
Oh, good. Yeah, man, good talking to you, man. We've been pals here online for a long time, and I know we got to chat before, but how's everything been since? How are you doing?
I'd say I'm doing really good, especially with the Lord. He's been working on me, and our walk has been growing, or my walk with Him has been growing really steadily over the years. Yeah,
that's great.
It's interesting because I believe the first time, and technically the last time I called you was 2022 or 2021. I was still a senior in college, and that was only around a year after COVID was really starting to hit with college. That's when I thought the vaccine passports were going to be everywhere.
Hey, Xero, let's just in case, no offense, but be careful with the V word and stuff. Just remember, okay. I know I'm gun shy, man. Sorry, but I'm still like traumatized from losing my channel. So
no,
thank you. You understand.
The V. Let's just call it that. Is that okay?
Whatever you want. Yeah, anything around that's good.
I'm probably not even going to talk about it for the rest of whatever I'm going to say anyway. So
that's okay.
I totally get you. I mean, I was honestly traumatized when I saw your channel was taken down, but good to see you have this one already here.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, I just wanted to first start off saying like it's incredible because when I first became a Christian, actually 10 years ago to the middle of January, I remember 2015 was actually one of the worst years of my life, even though that's when I became a Christian. And I remember like one of the things that really kept me afloat because my social life was absolutely abysmal. Didn't really have any friends, very, very socially awkward. I felt like your channel was absolutely a lifeline for me. And just hearing your voice, your calm demeanor, even though you were dissecting all these ways the occult was in everyone's like, the average society in everyone's life. I'm really not speaking well, word salad.
No, you're fine. No, you're doing great. And I really, really appreciate that, man. Just that, that's the way you felt with the show and it connected with you, man. I love hearing that. And I appreciate that. I'm glad that it was there for you. Go ahead.
Yeah. And it's really interesting because I remember when I was really, really binging your channel, I remember you've brought up a few times that originally you were like a film student and you were big into horror movies, which is why you're called the scariest movie ever. Yeah. And it's now, I think you'd really, really like to hear this. So I've been working on my 5th album for, I'm going to say almost 9 years now. Man. And one of the reasons why, the other albums only took around like 4 or 5 months to work on per album. But one of the reasons why this one's taking so darn long is because it's actually going to have an integrated web series with the music videos that are going to be incorporated in promotion of the album.
Man, that's cool. I love that.
Yeah, and so obviously it's going to be, I'm a Christian musician, and that's why, my name is Exero. And so there's actually, it's kind of sci-fi / horror / thriller. And one of the things I really wanted to do, just as me being a Christian musician / a visual artist / a video creator now, I've always been someone who wanted to divert from everyone, even if it caused me mental harm and stress. Not like literal harm, but like even if it brought me in anguish, it is programmed into my DNA for me to go the opposite direction of everyone. So even if Christian music and media is going one direction, I'm already pre-programmed to be like, cool, I'm going to do something else. I'm going to do something completely individualistic, totally different.
Totally how I think. That's so cool. I love it. So you're not singing Hillsong songs, I guess.
No, I kind of call my music I call it like the Hillsong killer type music. It's like anti-Hillsong type music. Like, imagine film soundtracks mashed up with progressive rock, mashed up with classical, mashed up with EDM. It's basically that. It's like,
oh, I'm right there. I love it.
Oh yeah, I mean that's my music, and that's definitely going to be my 5th album, BioArmor. So when that series comes out, like I really want that to be edifying for people. And this I'm actually going to tie this right even more directly into your work as the scariest movie ever. One of the big things that I'm actually going to give kind of, I guess, commentary within the series is the occult. Like they're going to be a big portion of this series and the idea of uncovering the occult. But of course, that is only like a subsection of the entire narrative, which is ultimately about God, like who God really is to all of us. And basically,
I love it.
I guess like the overall meaning of the series, or like kind of the focus of it, is discernment. I mean, the cult is absolutely stellar at screwing up everyone's sense of discernment. And as you know, as you've taught us, KJ, as you've shown us that when the Antichrist comes, and what's been happening over the years is people have to have as much of their sense of spiritual discernment scrambled as possible. I mean, they can't. I mean, the average person does not have spiritual discernment, period, because they're not saved. But I don't know. Actually, what? Here's another thing. Have you heard of that guy recently who basically looks like a long-haired Jim Carrey with a beanie?
Oh yeah. He's the guy saying he's the Mahdi. Yeah, he looks like a new metal front man to me. But it is a part of prophecy because he's one of many. There are many antichrists in these days, and he's just such a LARP. But go ahead. What are your thoughts on him?
No, I was actually more curious about your thoughts because my heart was panicking. Not panicking. Panicking more in terms of, hey, I want to get bio armor out before this freaking discount Antichrist finally rolls out.
I think there's going to be more. And also, I've been like this for a decade as far as who I believe the Mahdi really is, which is our Antichrist. But that's Barack Hussein Obama. And, I'll never change. And I don't force it on people. And, it's not even a salvation issue. So it's whatever, and people have their own thoughts and opinions. But
You personally believe that Barack Obama is the Antichrist?
Oh yeah, man, hands down, unequivocally. For like I said, 10 years. I mean, I was doing videos on him way back during his first administration, or his last one.
I remember hearing that, and one of the things was that his name roughly translates to
lightning falling from heaven.
Yeah. Actually, even
and there's so much more. But go ahead. Oh, actually, before we go down this path, quickly, I want to address your music again and just your thoughts. I felt like, I'm not even kidding, that I was listening to myself because that's the way I process things. I'm not a follower at all. I want to do it like my unique way, whether people, engage or not. It's the way I thought about the videos, but even other things, writing scripts for college and stuff. But I love taking those paths away from everybody else and just doing your thing. And it's just so much more fun and just so anyway, enjoy that whole creative process. But back to Obama. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'll go back to Obama in just a quick second. But I believe the Lord programs all of us to either be, genre based or original voice. It's called based, and both have their own place in God's creation. Like that's actually something I'm going to be taking coaching lessons from a guy named Trey Gunn, a guitarist from a band called King Crimson. Even though
no way, King Crimson.
You love King Crimson?
Well, it's not that I love them. I said, oh no, King, because I know them. Yeah, man. There's I got. I used to have them on old playlists and stuff. Some of their songs, but yeah, go ahead, tell the people.
I'm an absolute King Crimson shill. So for those of you who don't know who King Crimson are, so they were a progressive rock band who exploded in the 70s and actually have played all the way up until 2021. Progressive rock being basically like experimental intellectual version of rock that was a counterweight to punk in the 70s and 80s or something like that. So they were kind of like the polar opposite of pop rock.
Yeah.
But dang it. Where
they had some great tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had some great tracks. But so you're working with one of the guitarists, you said, or?
So technically, yes, not in a way that would make all of us gush like, hey, we're working on a track together. But he has what's called the original voice coaching lessons. And he basically sees it as everyone either is genre writing or original voice writing. My pitch is to help you guys hone your original voice and keep going as long as possible with it, doing your own thing, discovering what you like, and fleshing that out as much as possible. So that's kind of what I'm doing with him. But I guess back to
that's
Barack
great.
Obama.
Yeah, if you like.
It's just like, I don't know. I mean, obviously none of us are completely betting our lives on the prediction of the Antichrist, who he'll be. It'd be very interesting if he ends up being the Antichrist. I don't know if he would be. I kind of feel like the Antichrist might actually be a Jew, in my opinion.
Well, his mother was part Jewish also. There's so much there. In fact, Jonathan Kleck, a friend of mine, some of y'all know him, he made a couple amazing documentaries that covers everything with Obama. And, I've shared them before. Also, just look at the presidential pictures. He actually got 2, and I looked at a board with like all the pictures. He's the only one that stands out. He was in the garden, man. And even in that, Jonathan showed a lot of what's happening in the bush behind him. And then he did a second one where it's just him, Barack Obama with a white background, wearing a black jacket. And the way it fits is when you turn him sideways, the jacket turns into a black Tyrannosaurus Rex, like a reptile. I'm not even kidding. And it's eating him. I know, but well, even on that Hope poster of his that some kid did, the Hope red blue poster, you flip that one upside down and there's a demon with horns and everything right there on his chin. So, and that's just a couple. I mean, there's so much more, but yeah, it's not a salvation issue. So I never argue it or anything, but go ahead.
I distinctly remember, like you have also shown Euros over the years, I believe, and one of them, even a few years back, literally had a UFO blatantly on it. Like, you didn't have to do any folding tricks. It was literally on it.
Oh yeah. There's so much on those.
They know how people are just so out of it. They have no spiritual, thirst for God. Everyone is just, they're just spiritually dead, etc. What was I going to say?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I wrote a symphony on my second album. So my second album's name is K2L, which basically, in rough numerological terms, means darkness to light. It was my coming to Christ testimony, and when you listen to the album, it's like listening to a book, or maybe think of a Marvel movie, but actually really good.
Yeah,
I would, as humbly as I could put it, I would liken that to K2L. But the last song on the album is a symphony, and it's basically about revelation. And I think that the funny thing is that Genesis, if you remember Genesis from the 80s.
Oh, yeah, of course.
They did an album called Foxtrot in the 70s, and their song Supper's Ready is actually what led me to become saved when they were talking about New Jerusalem and parts of Revelation in that symphony.
Yeah, see, I read a long time ago that Phil Collins, wasn't he a Christian? I think the early Genesis stuff had more Christian type music, right?
Yeah, it was like faux Christian.
Wait, it was Peter Gabriel first, but I think after him with Phil Collins. But go ahead.
Sadly, none of them are Christian. Not even Peter Gabriel says he's Christian and Buddhist, so you know what that really means. He's not. He's like nominally Christian, which it doesn't mean anything.
Fence sitter.
But that's what ended up leading for me to write the symphony 7 Days of Fire, which a lot of it actually holds from your videos. Like it guided me to write that symphony.
Oh, cool.
And there's a secret track, actually, I think on the digital version of K2L, where I think I sampled one of your older videos, and it was basically like not even a song. It was just a kind of an eerie track that was all in reverse, but had a lot of different snippets of
cool.
Kind of the veil is lifting type quotes. And so I sampled you, which I think retroactively, could you give permission?
Oh man, of course. Oh, you know what? In fact, let me tell you this. I appreciate people sharing my stuff and using it. Man, go ahead. All of it. I'm fine. Just don't. But here's the thing: is that over the last week, my website's been hacked. I've lost about 100 videos there, and lost the scariest movie ever. So I've been looking for these older videos. I have to go through old computers to do it. Some of these old computers just barely work anymore. The keys aren't working. It's just hard to navigate. So I went online looking for some of these, and I was shocked to find, man, like even some of them from 2017, 2018, people sharing them, and a lot of them were on YouTube, which was kind of cool. I'm like, well, but also kind of, whatever. But either way, I'm glad they're out there. I found a bunch of videos people have been sharing throughout the years. So anyway, I don't know how I got off on that, but please continue.
Yeah, no worries. I don't know how much time I have left. I want to be fair, like any other guest, with my time.
Yeah, we still got some time. What else you got on your mind?
Cool. I'm trying to think. So I might actually. Oh, I had 2 questions, and then I'll probably go back to a bit more about my series. So number 1, what was it? Heck. Well, actually,
that's all right.
You remember when Alex almost lost InfoWars back in November?
Oh yeah, Shandy shook.
or rather, the fake version of that, because everyone was trying to say that he denied it when he was really just mentioning CAs, if you know what I mean, crisis A's.
Mm-hmm.
He only used that as a point to say that they existed, though the S-ing happened.
Well, I mean, you know who David Hogg is, right? Maybe not, but for the people who don't, so David Hogg came out after one of the big school bang bang type situations, and was everybody even back then was calling him a CA. But then now he's actually he's the lead of the DNC, the Democratic National Committee or whatever here in America. And when you look into him, you find out that his father used to work with FBI or CIA, and they worked on some MK Ultra type thing to do with leadership or something. You guys can look it up, but his father was connected with a program that was exactly what David Hogg turned out to be. So just an example of that. But back to AJ. So I know he almost lost everything. Some people don't even believe that. There's a lot of people that think it's all fake. Yeah, I believe.
So you believe that? What do you mean? The Essings are fake, or that AJ is fake?
No. I mean AJ is, to me, because for years, I'll share some of his clips, and there's always going to be some people in the audience. He's this, that. Yeah. But see, man, I'm a loyal person, and his stuff with Bohemian Grove is. I'm always going to be grateful, and people, that was fake too. And you know what, man? The footage I had never even imagined.
Your audio glitched out for a second.
Did it? Okay. So, is this better?
Yeah. Could you just repeat what you just said when you were talking about Bohemian?
Yeah, so the Bohemian Grove stuff, when I first saw those videos in Los Angeles, that's what changed everything. It changed my life. I mean, the Lord put me on a totally different trajectory. I mean, I just became really obsessed with finding out the truth of all the weird stuff. And that was my prayer to him. Please show me all the weird stuff. I don't know how crazy it is. Just, I want to know the truth. Yeah, so that's why with AJ, I still share some of his clips, and some of the weird stuff I'm not so sure about, but that's on him. He says he loves Jesus. He's a Christian. And so I go by it on that level a lot of the time. Like if someone says that, I know we still watch for their fruits, but I'm going to trust them, until I'm totally proven wrong, because I don't want to go the other way and be throwing a brother or sister under the bus. But so, and we're not perfect, and he's in a very crazy position. So I don't know how much of that is, but I do like his information. He's always been great, and he recalls amazing information all the time. He's very smart like that. So, but like I said, I know that right now it's a time of Masons, or their games are afoot. You just saw that thing where Conor McGregor was with what's the guy's name from Fox News? Tucker. He was with Tucker in a Masonic lodge for an interview. I know, man.
I guess I didn't see. I guess I'm really out in the dark now.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of that. Yeah, there's a lot of that. It's all just coming out, man. It's like, because the false reality we've all been born into and have been living, it's all getting ripped apart. Everything's changing. And it's pretty amazing. If you got Jesus, it's great. If not, man, you might need to be a little scared. I'm not trying to, steer people into Jesus,
sure, Marco, but
yeah, but it's like this ain't nothing with what's coming, Go ahead, man.
Yeah. I honestly felt like it was a direct answer from the Lord when AJ went right back up. Number one, I saw it as God's justice. Number two, I was really delighted to see that, because number one, I wasn't really watching AJ for years because I was really just focusing on certain aspects of my relationship with the Lord. So I kind of had almost really tuned out a lot of people and a lot of things, even if I wasn't like necessarily disagreeing with them or all that. But my hope and my plan still is to call into Alex's channel, Alex's show, and right when my series is starting, which is going to start, I believe, the beginning of next February, the series is going to start. I'm going to basically broadcast it. I'm
cool.
Similar to right now with you, but
yeah. Good, man. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, thank you.
How do we hear your music? Sorry, but how do we hear your music?
Oh yeah, so the quickest way to get to any of the platforms that people are most comfortable with digesting is actually going on my website. So it's exeromusic.com. So that's exeromusic.com. Cool. And it links all my socials. So I'm actually on TikTok. I don't watch TikTok, thankfully. I've successfully had an only uploads policy with TikTok, and I've been actually really good with it.
Yeah.
And I'm on like Instagram and all that, so I'm plugged
Cool.
everywhere.
All right, man. Well, we'll look it up, and we have gone at least our 10 minutes. So I want to give you just another shot. Anything else you wanted to mention or ask or anything before we go?
Oh yeah, one final question. What are your thoughts? Because I know one of the biggest things that stuck out to me still up until now that you've talked about that will come in, I guess, the years to come. Is there any details that you think are relevant about the hypothetical New York City boom boom?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There've been so much. I mean, last year the governor there put out a message for everybody about what to do in case of a boom, right? So, yeah, and it was a big deal. It was on the news. It was everywhere. There's a video. There's a video I've been trying to find again, and it's just been really difficult. It may be on one of the older computers, but there's a video I found way back. It was on BitChute originally, and I just shared it on a KJ's What Happened. It was one of those where this is one that, wait, no, I need to put it in a video to preserve it. It's really cool. But it was a bunch of reservists, and they were all like in New York City. Oh. And do you remember that? And they were talking about how they were planting some bang bang type things, but they were saying that they thought it was all for like a drill or something like that. There's a whole deal there. But this was in New York City. It's probably been a couple years since I saw the clip, but I've looked for it off and on since, just because I do like doing videos on New York because of what Jonathan showed us with the money and everything else, all the dreams and visions people are having for the last 10 years, the St. John's Pillars I always have to mention, and all the predictive programming in movies and TV shows. So, and all the stuff with Trump being, with a 9 and an 11 surrounding him, like with 45 and 47. And
yeah, I remember.
Yeah, all that. So yeah, and there's so much more, man. But that's why I'm just tuned into it. Like I know that's coming, But
yeah, that's your.
I don't worry about it. I mean, I'm ready to go, man. I'm so done with the beast system personally. But I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm giving up. I'm just, I don't want to be here anymore. But anyway.
Yeah,
there's my answer.
Yeah, we all know that ultimately our true home is in heaven with the Lord. That this is just our temporary visiting place.
That's it. Yeah, man. Well, Xero, man, I hope that was good. I hope you feel like you got everything out you wanted to, and I'm glad you shared your music with us. So always a pleasure, man. Let us know when that comes out, and I hope you'll come back and talk to me next time.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I definitely will. And it was a pleasure being on here and talking to you. You're always good to talk to.
Thanks, Xero. Hey, best of luck, and Lord bless you and all your music and endeavors. And I look forward to talking to you again sometime, okay?
Likewise. Take care.
Thanks, man. Take care. All right, y'all. Let me jump over here and switch the background up. Good to see everyone once again, man. Thank you so very much. Here's a really interesting one because let me tell you about this background right here real quick. And then next we got J-Ma, Changing Perspective, April Daly, Pachar, Melanie Coldway, and Victoria Cooper. So thank you all so much for your patience. Like I said, I try to keep it around 10 minutes. I'm not hardcore about it, but, we just try to keep it at least there. So, y'all aren't waiting too long and we keep the show flowing through as we do. All right. But, with this background right here, a long time ago, I had noticed there's two heads right there. Right. And I thought about this long ago, never mentioned it. Just I've been waiting for a time to mention it. But somebody in the comments section a while back, like in the last few weeks, mentioned they saw the devil head over on the right side. You can see the ear. It's like he's looking right at you. You see little eyes. You see the horns going up. You see his little ear. The other one, once you see it, you won't unsee it. I know this is pretty wild stuff. This is just some cloud someone captured and put it into a GIF. But if you look on the left side, if you look at it like this, the clouds there in the center, and don't even worry about the lightning. That adds nothing. But the clouds there in the center are coming out of the mouth of the second face. The second face is a right profile, just enough to where you actually can see the left eye across the nose also. So there's the mouth, clouds coming out. Just move your eyes up from the top of that cloud. You'll see a little bit of the nose, and then move past the nose and you look up and you'll see two eyes, like that devil head is right next to him, right? You'll see the two eyes, you'll see the nose, you see the mouth. Let your eyes settle in. All right, this is a different head. And then you move over to the left and you'll see there's hair, maybe even a crown of thorns with all the weird stuff right there, like kind of standing up. And then you'll see his ear. So look to the left, all the way over to the left, and see that kind of looks like an ear. It is an ear. So the little blackish kind of part right there in the cloud. And you got time to look at this for yourself. I'm telling you, it's there. It's something that jumped out at me a long time ago. And it just I sat on it because I'm like, I don't know, I'm not sure. Yeah, no, but yeah, it's like I always see it that way now. So you'll see the two heads. Once you see it, you'll never unsee it. I'll say that. Anyway, back to the show. And J Ma, how are you?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All
How's it
right.
going? Man, good to
Hey,
talk to you. You've been friend online for a long time.
yeah, it's something like 15 years. So,
I know. I appreciate that. Hadn't we
so
talked before?
many times, I think.
I thought so. Okay. Yeah. So go ahead.
Or I think even 2 or 3 times, I think.
Okay. Well, good to have you back.
Hey, thank you having
Yeah,
me.
man.
So I was just trying to ask you about how you are doing. It
Hey,
always
thanks.
forgot. I'm sorry about my English. And
No,
it's
it's great. You're good.
4 a.m. here.
Oh,
So I'm
thanks for
I'm
waiting up.
from people don't know maybe, but I'm from Finland, so it's different time here.
Oh,
And
Finland. Cool.
yeah, Finland.
That's we love it, man. I'm glad you're here, Jay, and yeah, I'm glad you're here, man. From so far away. What's I really don't even know. Like, is that a very? I guess it's a real liberal country, is what I assume. Is it?
Uh, this country is effed up right now. This is, we have this new president, and of course, it doesn't matter who is your president. It's always the shadow which is
Yeah.
doing this. Yeah, but now we have a president who is really a Swedish. He's not even Finnish, and he's like he's saying like it's everything is about Finland and so on, but it's nothing like that. This is this country. They are picking us to be the most happiest country in the world again, but it's
Really?
yeah, many times now in a row, and it's nothing like that. People in here are suffering a lot, and normal people, not rich people, but normal people. Everything here is like ruined. Everything, uh, healthcare,
What's
everything.
what's the cause? What's the main cause? What was the shift?
EU and NATO, everything.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
nothing to do anymore with Finland. This is uh, what Finland used to be. We used to be, like how you say, we didn't choose our sides to Russia or West or anything. We used to be
Yeah.
always independent country, and now we are every how how it goes. Everywhere in Europe, we are taking orders from outside, and
Yeah, man. And it just with even with just with Europe, thinking more about Great Britain, and just I just catch this from doing my shows every week. They are
mm,
getting hammered with tyranny and fascism out there. It's crazy. The police are. I mean, I'm getting multiple videos of police and even ununiformed officers going to
mhm.
civilians' homes. People just trying to make it and trying to scare them about their Facebook posts and crap like this. And that's just one bit. So I mean, is that creeping all around through Europe? I mean, you guys, what about are they putting a lot of cameras up out there where you live and a lot of 5G and stuff like this? What?
Uh, I don't even know. Maybe 5G and cameras and all these things are not the worst. Like right now, we are
Yeah,
living next to the Russia, and media have brainwashed people to hate Russians.
I know, right? It's crazy.
Yeah, and we are living next to them.
They're
So
not bad people. They're just like us, right? They're just people.
always you don't have to. It's whatever you are talking about. You are talking about Swedish, Russian, Americans, British, whoever. It's
Yeah,
always. I always say, you can't hate a nation. You can't hate people. You can hate, always there's leaders. The leaders are all the same. you know
Yeah.
and that's why I want to ask you about this thing. What do you think about this war and Trump,
All that, huh?
Putin or Macron, whoever? What do you think about this? Do you think someone like Trump or Putin, they are different breed, or do you think they are all the same, or what do you think?
Honestly, I think that it's so. First off, to me, it's always a given that they're all Masons on that level. They're all part of the club, but there's differences within the club. There's power struggles because one group wants to do things their way and the other one wants to do things their way. There's not some solid in the center for all of them. So I think that's what we see a lot of the times is it's the occult, the hidden secret societies. That they're battling against each other, and then ultimately what's happening is that the Lord is in control of all this stuff and guiding all these hands because Trump's like he's straight up moving us into the fifth age. It's amazing seeing all the way it's all been playing out and the shutting down of all these old systems and stuff. So whether he knows it or not, it's another story exactly, right, for some. But that's all coming in. Project Stargate and all this is all coming in under him and all that. Now, as far as so the Lord's leading all this because we're again at the doorstep of tribulation and we're moving into the final age of man, which will be the digital landscape, the Internet of Things, the Internet of Bodies, things like that.
Mm,
So that's what I always try to look at it through the Lord's eyes as best I can. However, when it comes to Russia and all this, yeah, it always annoyed me with the propaganda and stuff. I was just watching a video earlier. It was called From the Most Sanctioned Country in the World. And it was a video of Russia and someone's walking around with a camera. Beautiful people, having a good time, just drinking coffee, shopping and I lived in Central America. It was the same thing there, man. The only there's some differences with us, but otherwise
mm.
humans just all want the same things, basically, right? So yeah, so I don't like, and of course with the so-called Biden administration, really, I mean they were really poking the bear big time. You know this, right? Trying to get Russia to do something. Um, so no, man, yeah, I don't have some hatred towards Russia at all. To me, I just look at it all like a means to an end because all this stuff is leading into the biblical wars. So that's kind of the angle I watch at all times, and I just have love for the people, no matter what. And we pray for the leaders. I even pray for Trump. Of course, pray for them. I pray that Trump really finds Jesus, like in a real way. Like finds. I think he's got religion, but that's different. We want him to find Jesus. Will it happen? I don't know, but I pray for it. So that's kind of my overall thinking of it.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah.
I just think, like I always say, in my own channel, I have this my own channels in YouTube, and I always say, people, people wanna uh, believe someone else, these leaders, Trump or Putin, or in Finland, people love Trump and Putin. If you are not leftist, uh, but I don't believe that at all. In my mind, they are all the same, and they are so deep in what they have been doing their whole life. They have been in these lodges. They have serving Satan and so on. And when people are so deep in this kind of thing, when you don't maybe remember what I've been talking to you earlier
In the
other
past, yeah.
yeah, in the past, but I have I have my whole life I've been struggling with these demons, and I'm not talking about like in my mind or something. I've been living with the poltergeist and everything. I've been doing exorcisms and these kind of things. So when someone is so deep like Trump or Putin or these leaders, whoever, it's not like suddenly I don't believe this is just my I never know
Yeah.
anything. I don't know anything because I'm just a man. But I feel like there's no chance. Just God is taking hold of them without, if they don't want that, and they
Yeah.
don't want that. They are doing all the time when like Trump is doing great things and people are glorifying him, and same time he's doing shitty things.
Yeah, there are.
Y-
Well, did you just see the thing he signed for our law enforcement in America? You may
Maybe not.
not have. It's okay. It just happened like the last 24 or 48 hours. But
Ah,
he's militarizing our law enforcement, which is really screwed up because that stuff started under Obama, and he was
yeah.
the first one to start militarizing our law enforcement. And what's crazy
Hmm.
is in the same year they started doing that. They were literally giving law enforcement old military equipment. The same year they started doing that, they had I think it was a Grammys performance with Beyonce. She was like the so-called entertainer, but she came out wearing all black, surrounded by, I mean, probably 30 different dancers, all wearing all black, carrying clubs, and they were just like police, like militarized police. It's pretty crazy,
Mm,
man. But that's how that stuff happens and how it rolls. It always bleeds into each other. But yeah, so he did that. And there's a lot of things like this that, and people may say, well, it's going to be for the best. Yeah, but then these again, I'm looking into the future,
mm,
and these can be used for bad things too. But
yeah. They are slowly,
you know,
doing, like
location, like you said of him.
sorry, it's just like cutting a little bit.
Go ahead. No, you're good. Go ahead, man.
Okay. I'm just saying, I feel like, we all know, I think in your channel, we all know what they have been doing all these years, and they are going forward, what they are planning. And they are all these leaders, they are just actors, and
Yeah.
actresses and whatever. But I don't, what if I trust someone, it's God.
Yep.
And
That's it.
even some people might know, I'm not a believer in the same way like many others here. Even I believe in Christ and I believe in Lord, Creator,
Yeah.
but I have this different view on things. But
It's
I
okay.
really believe in that. I'm not. I don't think myself as a believer. I'm more like I believe. If you understand anything what that
Sure.
means.
Hmm.
But mm, I can't anyway. It's impossible to me. Trust some man and put my faith into man to rescue the humankind.
Yeah.
It's not.
That's
It's
yeah.
God's
That's
work. God is doing
exactly.
that, and it's using us that. But I don't think it's using Trump or it's using Obama. It's using Putin or Biden or some who is smelling kids or something like that.
Mm.
But yeah.
Well, there you go.
Hey,
No, that's all right. Okay.
can I ask you one thing? It's
Yes.
you know in my channel I used to talk about these things, and I want to hear your opinion about this. This is something
Okay.
different because politics are a little bit lousy. You know,
Yeah.
it's it's not interesting anymore. But
No.
is this familiar to you? This word Sinopali.
Cynopally.
Yeah,
Cynopali. I'm guessing.
yeah,
I'm not
like a
sure. I may have
dog,
seen it.
dog-headed man.
I didn't know it. So that's what it means. A dark-headed man.
Dog-headed dog, like a bark
Oh,
bark.
dog. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
So is this any familiar to you? This subject?
Not that exactly thing, but I mean, there's the dogmen. There's a video that I shared long ago. It was in South Africa, and clearly it's a human that looks. He's running with a pack of dogs. There's like 12 of them, and he looks kind of like a dog too. It's very strange, but then there's also the cryptid angle, and people put out a lot of videos of things that look like the dog man, and people have had encounters with the dog men, and so I just think they're
Yeah.
always just different versions of different. The demons are shapeshifters and tricksters, and they can be anything, do anything for the most part. So they're the Hat Man in your bedroom when you're 6 years old, and then they're a UFO up in the sky turning into a airplane. I mean, really, it's like that's how I see it. So I think a lot of it's that maybe in fact, a lot of it could be a tulpa, to where when enough people concentrate on one idea and keep thinking about it and thinking about it, it literally creates an energy and gives whatever that idea is a lot of energy. So sometimes I've wondered if that's what these demons are doing, is into these things, like even uh, the Slender Man. They had the two little two girls try to take out the little girls, from this earth, because they really genuinely believe they've been talking to the Slender Man, and he was started off as a creepy pasta, but this
Hmm.
character. Yeah, so just another example of what could be a tulpa. I sometimes wonder, which means again that it will become that thing that people are thinking about, right? And then it gets a lot of attention, and it gets to feed off of the fear it's creating and all this. So anyway, I know it
Yeah,
may be
yeah.
a little weird, but that's kind of the way I see a lot of those
No, no, no,
things.
no. I understand your view about this thing.
Cool.
So do you think like everything like what people have been talking about thousands of years, like elves and
Oh yeah,
sprites and everything,
yeah,
like
yeah.
folklores like in Ireland, Finland, uh,
Oh,
Icelandic.
totally. Totally,
So.
man. I love all that because, real quick, I believe a lot of that stuff was real and existed, especially back then because the world wasn't quite as advanced. Like they could show
Mhm.
themselves more. And then as time's gone on, they've had to hide. They even had a television show called American Gods, which was kind of like that too. That all these gods were here in
Mhm.
America, but they had to stay somewhat hidden, and it was all about the faith that people put in them and believe. And it's a whole. Don't get me down that rabbit hole, but yeah. So go ahead. I'm with it. I'm with all
Yeah,
those
yeah,
things, though. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Because I've been thinking, like you have been, investigated or something. You have interested in these things, cryptids and all. When you started this channel, or when I used to watch first times, you talk a lot about these kind of things, uh, or paranormal, you know.
Yeah, still do.
And
I love it all.
yeah, and I have been, always be interested about like you like these kind of things, and like even werewolves and Native Americans like Indians, and
Yep.
I just can't think like all these things are shapeshifters or they are just like a mental illness or something. I just feel like there is so much like this red-haired giant.
Giants.
This
Uh huh.
yeah, yeah, and there's a lot of the So when I always think when um, people are talking so long time, like 100 years, about the sort of things like elves or sprites, whatever. I always think there must be some kind of truth, and it's
Yeah.
not just like people, like scientists. They are always explaining things like people were stupid and they didn't understand this illness
Nah.
and this. But no, I don't think so. But maybe again, I'm just a man. I don't know anything.
Well,
I'm stupid.
Jay. No, no, Jay. But even like in Central and South America, look back at and other places around the world. Even I mean Egypt. But look at some of the things that was left behind by these civilizations. Look at the imagery that they put on like pottery and picture frames or whatever it is they're painting on, and also on walls, especially. Look at the walls
Yeah,
in Central and South America. There's so many monsters and
yeah,
demon-looking
yeah.
things and gray aliens. So yeah, no, it's not their imagination. They're just tripping. No, man, these
And
people saw
all
things.
the hieroglyphics in Egypt
Yeah,
and everything, which are
Egypt,
they are
the cone heads.
so old, and
Yeah,
all around the world, in Peru, Egypt, and even in nowadays Europe, there's
yeah,
same kind of hieroglyphics, and it's weird because they didn't have mobile phones. They can call
right.
each other, and this. It's not like they are traveling so long distances, and they have similar experience, or they can chat or something. They can plan, hey, let's talk like this and let's plan you know what history will be like and so on. I don't believe that.
Same.
these things still might exist.
Oh yeah, there's some cool videos I've found and shared throughout the years that people think they may have caught a fairy on camera and things like this,
mm,
and they make you wonder. Some of them look really like legit, you know. So it makes. And I know there's CGI and AI and all that too, but no, you know, we discern things. And my minor is in film editing, so
mm,
and writing is my major. But so I have a pretty good eye for stuff like that, and for things that are
yeah,
fake. I won't even bother sharing them. But anyway, I'm with you, man. Yeah, that's all it is. That's and I think it's all coming back. It's like because there's more and more people talking about werewolves I'm seeing and all that stuff. So remember
mm,
they just here in America a year or two ago, I guess it's been maybe a couple of years, at the Florida airport or Texas airport, someone took a picture, or it was one of the cameras out there, took a picture of what legit looks like a straight up werewolf. So yeah,
mm.
it's interesting, man.
I used to do this. Um, like I was a kid, and I used started to experience paranormal, and it was like my first experience ever was this real experience was witch, like a witch kind of, witch, like a witch, you know
Hmm.
what I mean. And
Yeah.
I heard laughing from my this closet, and like witch was laughing, and that started all. And uh, I have been talking about this you earlier, but uh, it started all, and when I moved out of my home, I experienced more like this poltergeist, and I
Oh, so
saw.
that's what happened. So you were dealing with the witch, and then the energy jumped over to you, right?
I think it started always. I have this group in Facebook nowadays, and I have this 22,000 people over there, and that's why I started, because what I experienced, I was always alone with those things, and I wanted to help people, to
That's cool,
understand
Jay. I didn't
what's
know
going
that.
on.
So did you say it's on Facebook?
Hey, I have told you about this. Come on.
Well, I know, but I forget. It's been a long
Yeah,
time.
I
But no,
know, I know.
but and also
Eh,
just to let the people know, how they can
yeah, yeah.
find this.
It's name of the group is Finnish, so it's I can put it in chat, because
Oh, okay. Do
I
that,
mean
please.
many times I want to help people too who are not Finnish. I can speak English some way,
Yeah, you're doing
so
good.
I'm writing right now. So it's like
Okay,
henget
cool.
and henget ja henkimaailma. It means spirits and spirit world. I will now write it.
We're gonna have to, because we probably need to move on in a few minutes, but we'll have to
Yeah,
discuss more of
yeah.
that next time
Now
too.
it's
I'd
over
like to
there.
hear. I'd like to hear more of your how you're
But
helping them. And go ahead.
yeah, but just what I was trying to say, about these things.
Oh, I
So
see it.
yeah, now it's over there.
Okay.
Uh,
Hey, let me real quick, because I'm trying to get people over to you. That's what it is. When people come on, I want to try to help promote you too. But and if they put this name in Facebook, they can find you. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and it's I don't need any more people over there. Like for me,
Oh, okay.
it's always been if
Fair
somebody
enough.
needs help, it's
Okay,
just
no worries.
you know
Well, I'll put it out
you,
there, folks. If anyone's interested, and this
yeah.
is just, you say you don't. If you don't want me
Uh,
to, I won't.
sorry,
But I'm with
you
it.
are cutting. You are cutting a little bit.
Oh, that's okay. I wanted to spell the name for the people so they can put it in Facebook and find you.
Yeah,
But if you
yeah,
don't
yeah.
want
It's
me to, I
okay.
won't do that.
No, 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 no.
Okay, so
It's for the people, not for me. That's what
there we
I'm
go.
trying to say.
Okay, so real quick, folks, you can type this in Facebook, and you can find his group if you're having issues with like spiritual type, right? Like entities and things. Jay, is that kind of
Yes,
what you address? Okay, so
yes,
it's go ahead,
and
tell them.
yeah, and if you wanna ask something, or this is my name. I will write it now.
Okay,
This way you can Kalle Mäki. Uh,
uh,
this you
okay,
can put message to me right away, and we can talk in the phone or something.
great.
You know,
Let,
with
let
the messenger.
Yeah, let me explain. Let me just spell it for the folks. It's first word Henget, second word Ja, third word Henkim as in mom, Ailma. If you're interested, please check it out. Jay, anything else you got for us?
Uh, I had some things, but I know you are in a hurry.
No,
You
no,
don't want
no.
to
Go ahead and
chat
go
time.
ahead, go ahead and give me one of them. We still got a few
Uh,
minutes.
mm, my woman is now sleeping beside me. She's
Nice.
snoring like a animal, but
Oh, that's what
she,
that is.
yeah, you did
Just
hear it.
kidding. Thought
Okay,
you had a bear in there.
okay, but she had one because she likes your show too,
Oh, thank you.
and
Cool.
and she wanted to ask, what do you think about? I know the answer, but she wanted to ask, what do you think about about aliens? Are they demons? I think you are thinking like that.
Oh
Are they
yeah, for
demons or what?
sure.
But I want to ask one more question about that. Uh,
Okay.
so, what do you think about when demons are habitating these alien bodies, or do you think these bodies are
It's a couple
exist?
things,
Okay,
I think.
please, please, please.
Yeah, yeah. So one of them is to remember that the demons are real. They're all around us. You've been assigned one. We all had. Well, thank the good Lord, we have angels assigned to us too. But yeah, they're trickster spirits and they're shapeshifters. So they can turn into a tall white and then they can be a gray alien. But there's one side. Now, the other side is there's the idea that they've created these biological suits like the gray aliens and things,
Oh,
and that they're creating, well, perfect looking type clonish people or even like creatures. I showed there's a clip that YouTube didn't like, and I can't
mhm.
put it up here anymore, but I showed it to y'all long ago, a few times. But somebody's with a camera and they go into this. It looks like a fridge, and there's huge hooks everywhere, and on every hook there's a full-on human body with that skin. It's like there's nothing inside of it, and they all had a little slice on the right side of their neck, which is very strange. Every one of these bodies, men, women, old, young. So see, they can also be creating stuff like that, to where the spirit can just, go into one of those things,
Okay.
right? So that's the way I see it. That it could be a mix of these types of things.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, okay. So no, hey, this was a this was a good question then.
Good.
I'm empty now almost
Okay,
after that.
good. Well, then we did it. We had a good
Wh-
chat then.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yes. No, no, no. I was just saying, I'm not like anymore, like what the churches are today. Churches,
That's good. I haven't
churches
been to
are.
a church in years,
Yeah, yeah,
decades.
yeah. Me either. It's like they are doomed. But last Easter, now a few weeks ago, I I went with my woman. We went to the new church we ever been there, and it was fine. For a long time. There was like this kind of there was nothing woke or anything. It was
Good.
just this is this where I live now with my woman. This is a small village, and
Good.
this is not like in Helsinki, Finland, or like town. This is a
Yeah,
smaller thing,
I
and
like that.
it was nice atmosphere over there, and it was so I'm a little rebel. I don't want to go to church and this way, but it's nonsense. You can go to church if there's everything all right, and if there's some pride or woke or this kind of thing, maybe then you can go too, but maybe you can open your mouth and say something. It's just
Yeah,
what I think.
yeah, I got you,
Change,
man.
yeah, change the
I,
things.
I always leave it open because I know some new Christians may need church and community, and so I don't ever talk too much against it, but I don't promote it either. And I just let the
Yeah,
Lord do His work in people's life, because some people need that for whatever, maybe a
yeah,
period
yeah.
of time. But yeah, but no, man, that's cool. They sound like you live in the kind of spot I like. I like being out in the woods and out away from things,
Mm.
and yeah, it's cool. But Jay, on that note, man, I probably better wrap it up, man.
Oh,
Not
I,
that
I
I,
understand.
yeah, not that I
I
want
just
to,
wanted
but
to
go
know.
ahead.
I just want to know, how you are doing. Just that my last, because
Hey, thank you. I'm doing great, man. Honestly, I'm doing really great. I never think about all the health stuff, even though I've had so much. But it's like I'm doing good, man, because the Lord has led me to herbs and natural type things that I've been doing for years now. So I don't take any pharmaceuticals. I don't go to doctor's appointments anymore. I'm doing great. So thank you for asking, and I hope you're doing good
Yeah,
too. Great. It's been great
that
chatting with you.
sounds good. That sounds good. I have health problems too a lot, but it's
Yeah, pray
we're
about it
going
and see if
we
you're
are
led
going
into
through
something.
we are going through
Yeah,
that. We
yeah,
we
that's that
don't worry.
time.
Yeah.
We'll be okay.
Hey, thank you very
Yeah,
much, and thank you, chat and everybody. It's always pleasure.
Jay, you're welcome. You did so good, and thanks for staying up so late, man. And say hi to the lady for me too, okay?
Yes, I will. I will go sleep now.
Yeah, you're always a
All right.
pleasure. We'll do it again soon, okay?
Yes. Okay. Thank you,
Thanks,
man.
Jay. All right, take
Bye
care.
bye.
Bye bye. Awesome. Good to talk to you, Jay. Always a pleasure. Even though, admittedly, I don't remember a lot of the times, kind of past conversations. Sometimes I can remember some bits and pieces, but it's just like so much stuff kind of goes in and goes out here with me. But anyway, enough about me. Let's do it something different. That's scary. That's scaring people. Just kidding. But I would like to do maybe something chill. That's kind of cool. All right. Hey, changing perspectives. Thank
Ooh,
you so much. How are you?
hey KJ.
Hi. It's
Um,
good to talk to you again.
actually this is my first time. Can you hear me
No
okay?
way. Yes, but just since
First
I
time.
can, I'm sorry, I can see you, but other people can't. But I thought
Okay.
you definitely looked like somebody I'd chatted with. So as I told you, my
Oh,
memory is not the greatest, but I'm even more excited that you're a brand new one. Thank you.
yeah. I've been listening to you for a long time, but just the first time I get to like chat and call again.
Good.
So I'm gonna try to keep it short and sweet and calm.
Hi. You're good. No worries. It's nice to chat with you.
Likewise. Hey, so I had a question.
Okay.
Um, I wrote it down.
All right.
um, for some reason, did you mention in the past that you had long hair in a ponytail and like a goatee?
Well, I had the long hair and I did have a ponytail, but I didn't ever have a goatee. I don't have the best facial hair, so I'm always clean shaven. But yeah,
Uh-huh. Oh, okay, because for some reason I imagined you like with long hair and a goatee. So I'm like, I wonder if you ever mentioned that. But so it was so sweet to see your face when you showed it a while back. I was like, oh, like clean shaven, total surprise. But oh, it was such a
thanks.
sweet thing to see you. Thank you for showing your face. We got to you. I mean, imagine the response to that was just so wonderful, wasn't it?
It was. I didn't expect it. I was seriously overwhelmed. So it was
Yeah.
beautiful. But
I
thanks.
think about it and I just feels all those warm feelings like, hey, we got to, it was like seeing a friend for a long time, like, but for the
Nice.
first
I love
time.
that. Great.
Yeah.
I love hearing that.
I had another question. In your screenwriting days or in your like film editing days, were you ever out here in California?
Yeah. So I actually, this is a long time ago, but I went to film school in North Carolina and I moved to New York City for under a year. I don't know, several months. And then I moved to Los Angeles. I moved to Burbank.
Uh-huh.
And then I eventually moved to Montrose, if you know where that is, up in the mountain. Oh,
What
maybe not.
say the place again?
Montrose.
Oh, I've never heard of it, believe it or not. And I'm a life for a
Are you
California life.
serious?
Like, yeah, I've heard of Burbank. Like Burbank is close to where I am.
Well,
So, and
Montrose
Burbank
is.
sounds like, how it's right next to Hollywood, that
Oh
whole area.
yeah, North Hollywood, all that. Well, Montrose is actually pretty close to Pasadena. It's just down the highway. Very small town. It's
Oh,
idyllic. It was beautiful. But either way, yeah. So I lived out there for years. I worked in television. Actually, I worked on a
hmm
bunch of reality TV shows for years
hmm
and a bunch of
yeah.
MTV videos awards and stuff too. Go ahead though.
Yeah, I remember you talking about your early days. Just interesting stories that you had. And I just hope that you're able to kind of share a bit more of, not just that time, but, more of your story. It's always so interesting. You're a great storyteller.
Ah, shucks, thanks. Well, I mean, the Los Angeles thing, as far as like work goes, you know, I never, I mean, I had a couple producers were a couple times would talk to me about becoming a Freemason. So that
Uh,
happened out there,
oh, yeah.
but I mean, I never did it and they were cool with me and it's like they didn't bother me, but they knew I was a writer and I had an agent and I was
hmm
I was shopping scripts through her to NBC, ABC, all the big ones, man. These people actually read a lot of my scripts. So then when the producers would find out some of the in different TV shows I worked on, both these guys were like, man, you should,
And
and
they would tell you to kind of write darker stuff, right?
no,
It needs to be a bit more
they,
edgier, right?
well, they didn't, because I didn't spend time with these guys. These are guys I just worked with, and I was low level production. These guys were producers, but we all talked at different times, got along. There's two different guys I'm thinking of here. But no, they never got involved because I never became a Freemason. I just like, oh, cool, maybe I will sometime, and I wasn't really thinking about it back then. Shortly after I had my breakthrough and started learning about all this stuff, and that's why I left Hollywood anyway, because I didn't want to be a part of that anymore. But that was the closest as far as Mason stuff goes. And then I didn't see anything scary or gross. I did a ton of crazy jobs out there, though, because I even worked outside of Hollywood, in regular jobs too. So even those might even been crazier, just dealing with some of the people out there. But but honestly, when I think of California, just the craziest stuff is the roommate situation I had, because, and I've mentioned this in the past, maybe you didn't hear this, and that's okay, but I swear there was like an evil portal or something off of the energy in the other bedroom. I had a 2-bedroom apartment, because everybody that lived in that room, like their lives completely fell apart. 3 different people, their lives completely just like, so the first one was a young lady I moved out there with from film school, and we had the apartment out there, and friends, we're friends. And now she got hooked up somehow with the Jackass guys, the Jackass TV show.
In the 90s.
There you go. Yeah, 2000s.
I can't think of the name right now, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like a pretty famous thing. They do stunts and pranks. But so anyway, she just, and not to get into her whole story, but she just wound up getting into drugs and losing everything and going cuckoo, and eventually had to move back home, North Carolina. But the second guy, whose name is Jeff, young black man, just so you can kind of get an image in your minds, and very, very cool guy. I thought at first he actually worked for Universal. He was a junior executive at Universal when he moved in. So things looked pretty good. And he had this Armenian girlfriend and had a really nice car and all this stuff. In the time he lived there, because I found out, that he had some anger things going on. And one day he came home, he's all crushed because apparently he had gone off on one of the people in the office and really scared everybody, really freaked them out, and then came home, he was all crushed and feeling bad about it. And I was trying to talk to him about it. We didn't hang out all the time or anything. We had different lives and friends, but just trying to get to see what the deal was or whatever. And anyway, so he just kind of told me he had anger issues, and he's even mean to his girlfriend, which I heard them yelling all the time in the bedroom. So I knew something was going on. Anyway, long story short, shortly after that, he eventually, they fired him. So he lost his job as a junior executive at Universal, which sucks. I mean, if and then he lost his girlfriend, and then he lost his car. And the last time I saw him, he was packing up what was a little bit of his belongings he had to move back to his mom's house. Now the third guy was named Ryan, and Ryan came off. Said he was an editor and all this, film editor, when I met him, and seemed to be on the up and up. So I went ahead and brought him in. But then shortly after I brought Ryan in, I find out that he had been living in a home somewhere for like several months because he had 3 DUIs and I guess hurt somebody or something happened, but it was really bad. So he had been in one of these homes. He moves into the place. The whole time he's there, he never gets a job. He's drinking every day. Like, even in the beginning, he's asking me to drive him to the store and stuff, trying to get me to do that. One night he asked me to drive him back into Hollywood because he had to go pick up items from his last, I guess, roommates. I guess he'd lived some other home before. After the home, he moved in with these guys. Then he had to come with me. And I was like, okay, I had no idea what had happened with him. So I go into Hollywood, into one of the neighborhoods. I'm parked on the road. And then there's a corner there. He walks around the corner. I can't see him anymore. So I'm sitting there for like, I don't know, 30 minutes. Like, it's a long time. Next thing you know, I look up. Here comes Ryan running around the corner, holding a couple of things in his hand. His shirt's off, and there's blood on his face. He looks like he's been in a fight. Yeah. And he's hauling ass towards my vehicle. So he gets in. we drive off. Two guys come around the corner chasing after him. No kidding. We're driving away. And I'm like, what are you getting me into, man?
An
Like,
episode of
seriously.
Sopranos. That's what he got you into.
Yeah.
Like.
But he would do that kind of thing a lot. I cut it off pretty quick after that situation. But anyway, it was just watching this guy just dissolve and be drunk all the time to the point he could barely talk. And the last time I saw him, I was laying on the couch watching something in the living room, and I heard the front door open. And when I looked up, he had brought in a straight up, right out of the gutter, man. Unfortunately, homeless dude. Like, shattered clothes, stunk the second he came in. Just gross stuff all over him, hair a mess, everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "What are you doing, man?" I started kind of talking to him, and then I don't know how it happened, but I launched into a bit of the old violence, I guess, because I chased that bum out. First off, I said, "You're not in here. You're not staying in here." And I was really harsh about it. I remember that. He goes running out, but our place was enclosed and there's a pool in the middle. He didn't know how to get out, I guess. So he's sitting there running in circles around the pool and then being crazy. And then Ryan shut his door. I go try to open it. It's locked. I kick his door open. I leap into the room because he just had a mattress on the floor and it's like trash laying around. I leapt on top of him, literally with my hands on his shoulders. I didn't go around his neck, and I'm shaking him and hitting him on the bed, yelling,
wow.
"Get the F out of here. I'm done." All this other stuff, really bad. I mean, I did not handle it the best. And so that was it. Then Ryan left soon after and came back and got actually, he didn't really have much stuff to get, but he came back and got some stuff. And that was it, man. And then from there, I moved out and moved on my own to Montrose so I could have just a single bedroom. So yeah, that's my LA story, man. I mean, as far as the crazy stuff goes, that was some of the worst.
When I hear you tell this story, I'm thinking of this lady from Instagram that I just started following. I don't remember her name, sadly, but I'll put it in the chat later. She talks about how there's a hierarchy of demons, right? Lower ranking demons, higher ranking demons.
Yeah.
And she talks about how demons have claimed legally, they have claimed locations, places, not just homes, but entire areas.
Yeah.
They have legal claim to those areas. And when I think of Hollywood, I think that's just one of those areas that is not just infested. Like, demons have a hierarchy of demons have legal claim. And it's almost like the mob, but in the spiritual realm, where you can't go into that area without having it affect you. And that's what it sounds like happened. Like, I don't see you as a violent person at all, but this is the consequence of being in that area. It's just craziness after craziness, right?
Could be, yeah. I mean, there might even be, I think it's like where they have Burning Man. If you look from a Google map, it's a pentagram. I mean, a natural pentagram, right? So yeah, there's a lot of that stuff. I'm with what that lady's saying. I've probably seen her before because it sounds real familiar.
Yeah,
but I agree.
Yeah. She knows what she's like. Really, she has revelation, I feel like, because she takes it straight out of the Bible. It's like she just really dove in with the word and really took everything. Like, she knows what she's talking about.
That's great. I'm glad she incorporates the word. Good.
Yeah. So I'll put it in the chat as soon as I remember what her channel's name is.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Hey, can I share just a little tidbit?
Yeah.
And it has to do with you. It has to do with the very first video that I listened to of yours. Back in 2012, back in the days when
thanks.
YouTube was still free.
I know, man. Do you remember those good old days? Gosh.
You could scroll and scroll and scroll, and nothing was curated for you. You would get these random videos, and it was just a free for all, right?
So cool. It used to be, yeah. Oh, man.
So I was up at 3 a.m. one time, and I'm thinking, I need to find a video that's long enough to put me to sleep, that I need to listen to some sort of voice that I can listen to, and I could just doze off, right?
Yeah.
And I came across your video, and it was the video with but it ends. There's a twist ending. So I came across the video with the icon of this lady. It's like the silhouette of a lady, but she has no face. And it's kind of like
that's the MK Ultra one. Mind Control. Or
it was like the blind items. It was like a stage actresses. Like, she's a
Hollywood
actress. Yes, that one.
Sorry.
So needless to say, I did not go to sleep.
Yeah.
I stayed up. I was so intrigued by your voice and by your storytelling and the way that you said these stories. I was like, oh my God, I couldn't sleep. So that's when I started to like really listen to you. So no, even though you have a soothing voice,
Love it.
I thought your voice for sure would put me to sleep. So I've been a shameless lurker, for like a long time, but
Man, I so appreciate all that time. And it's funny. I need to make sure that's one that I was able to recover because I lost a lot of the
yeah,
classics, things I thought were classics.
I was looking for that video and I could not find it. At least not on YouTube. So I'd have to look on your like BitChute or something maybe
BitChute,
there.
Rumble, yeah. But
Yeah.
I'll be looking for, guys. I think I even put it up a few months ago. Honestly, I'm starting to think I may have found it. But thanks for bringing it up. I'm going to look it up again, and I just appreciate it, man. That's real cool to hear, and
Mhm.
just thank you for sharing. I'm glad you've been a friend for so long.
I know we're running late. Can I tell one fast story?
Yeah.
And
No,
it's
and
just
don't feel rushed. Go ahead.
where Jay was talking about how kind of like he's like, where is God? Kind of was the feeling that I got from him. Like, where is God? Right.
Yeah.
So something happened to me and my family just a few days ago. And we're outside barbecuing some carne asada with my husband and his friend. We're
Yummy.
sitting at the table outside. The sun has just gone down. My little boy, he's 2.5, going to be 3. He's only about 15 to 20 feet away from me playing at this little card table. He's quiet. He's enjoying his time. But it had just gotten dark. I look over and I see this rat, like a big rat, almost the size of a cat, making a beeline straight to my son,
Ooh.
running really fast. So of course, I get up, I jump up, I scream. I'm like, you are not going to get to my boy. So I'm screaming and I'm running at it. The rat does not waver. It continues on to my boy, jumps up onto his foot, startles
Whoa.
poor little thing. But then I don't know if it bit him or not, but it seemed like it didn't because otherwise my boy would have been screaming. But then made a beeline back the way it came. So it
Oh
just
my
came up,
gosh.
jumped on him to startle him, and then ran back. So of course my
Oh,
boy is just kind of startled more than anything, but not crying in any pain. And I swoop him up and I take him inside and I'm like take off his little pants to see if he was bitten. I take off his shoes and he's just like, the cat bit me. He didn't know that it was a rat. It looked like a cat to him. So
yeah.
thankfully nothing came of that situation. It was just very scary. We all went inside. I put the kids to bed. And as I'm laying down and trying to close my eyes, I kept thinking, what the heck was that about? What was that
Right.
about? Why would a rat just kind of attack my son, but not really attack him out of nowhere?
Yeah. And
And
then
this
just
is
run
where
away.
God comes in, like when he sometimes gives us answers, and I believe this was an answer, but I guess it's up to everybody to believe. So I went to bed and I had a dream, but it wasn't really a dream. I relived that moment, but from a different
No
perspective.
way.
Actually,
Really?
I'm watching the rat run to my son, and all it does is jump up onto a shoe. I didn't see what actually happened because the card table was blocking what the rat actually did.
Okay.
But I saw the rat jump up just to a shoe and then run back, exactly as I imagined it happened. But in the background, behind him, in the shadows of the bushes, was something like a bobcat or a mountain lion just lurking,
Wow.
watching my son, waiting for the moment to pounce. And thanks to that distraction, that kind of calling my attention to my boy, it didn't happen.
Man,
So
that's beautiful.
I woke up just with this feeling like, God, I don't know if that was you. I don't know if that's what really happened or if my mind is just trying to come up with answers. But I do believe that, things happen for a reason, and you protect us in ways that we don't ever really know. We're not always cognizant of.
Man,
We
so
do live in
true.
an area. There's a hillside behind us. There have been bobcat sightings. In the past, there have been mountain lions. I haven't ever seen one, thankfully, but you just never know. There are coyotes.
You never know.
Lurking, maybe, whatever the reason was for that rat coming up, I'm going to choose to believe that that was just God's sign, God's helping hand to call my attention to take my boy inside.
There you
So
go.
just on a good note, that God is where we don't always expect him. We don't always see him, but I feel like if we ask, I think God will
Yeah.
reveal himself, and I feel like that was what the stream was an answer to, like I don't worry. So God bless you,
That's
KJ.
great.
Thank you for having me on and letting me kind of poke your brain, and thanks for listening.
You've been great. No, changing perspective. Just thank you so much, just for sharing that too, for sharing the story, because I like all of that. I love the way the Lord works and His mysterious ways, and I look for those things in my life. I'm open to it. So I'm with you on that, and it's just that's a great message to put out there, and we're always safe and protected through Him, man. No matter what, folks,
Yeah.
just remember that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you're so welcome, and you've been a pleasure, man. Thanks for being a friend so long, and I hope we get to do it again sometime, okay?
Oh, I hope so too. Have a great evening, KJ.
Thanks. You too. Take care.
You too. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. That's one thing I don't get is dreams. I don't really get dreams. Uh, I've mentioned this in the past because, and I don't hide it. I don't promote it all the time, but I've been utilizing marijuana myself for over 20 years, but I use it respectfully. Like, I don't ever wake up and do it. I don't do it during the day. It's like my glass of wine at night. It's kind of the way it's always been. But one of the side effects of that is not dreaming. You may look this up, but that's a lot of people complain about that or mention that, especially long-term users, that they don't remember their dreams anymore. And it's been that way for me for a long time, but it's been weird because lately I've been getting little breakthroughs. Like, I know I'm dreaming. I just don't really remember, what it's all about. I like to have those dreams, and that's, a real shame if, and again, that could be the truth, that we're the ones who are screwing it up for us getting dreams. And that's a way that the Lord can communicate with us, but anyway, so I don't want to start feeling all bad about it. But I do consider all that. But on the other hand, the Lord has shown Himself in ways in my life for the last couple of years. I've shared some of those with you, so it happens. But okay, I don't want to go down that long rabbit hole. So what I will do is I'll switch up the background because we still have wonderful guests waiting here for us. And let's go with, this is cool. And we're going to bring in Melanie Coldway.
Yes.
Are you there? Hi.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. How are you doing? Doing okay tonight?
Oh, I hope so.
Oh, I'm sorry, Melanie, but you're really cutting out really
good.
bad. Okay, there we go. That's a little better. So.
Oh, sorry about
that's okay.
That. Can you hear? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're good. Go ahead.
So, first of all, I've been a long time listener too.
Thank you very much. And I'm sorry, Melanie, I think you're still cutting out just a little bit. Like, we can't hear you right now. It's just, I don't know, like if you're moving around or not or anything.
Can you hear me now?
But yeah, there you go. That's good. That's better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead. So thank you for being a long time listener. Go ahead.
Yes. The reason I wanted to talk to you was you talk about symbolism all the time.
Yes.
And Snow White has been a recent topic. And I kind of recognize something. Well, it's that the seven dwarfs, to me, I was thinking maybe could be a symbol for the seven deadly sins.
Ooh,
and
good one.
As she ate an apple that is poisoned apple. But look at Adam and Eve with the poison apple. Just something I picked up.
I liked it.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think, there's other ones probably throughout Disney. My daughter, she went to Japan and took a class on Disney. Man,
I'm jealous.
What, for the Disney class or for the
No, for Japan. I'm a big fan of Japan.
She lived there for 3 years and was a teacher.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Too real quick, Melanie, now that you got me thinking about it, we'll come back to that quickly. I just want to add something about symbolism with Snow White. I did notice something kind of different, but so I just saw one of the commercials a while back, and there's a real quick moment where the evil queen is holding a book and she picks it up, and then the back cover of the book is the Giza pyramids. It's 3 pyramids, and I thought it was weird because they just had that huge discovery at the Giza pyramids, of course, and they discovered that there's this massive hidden technology underneath it, right? So That's just weird stuff I'll pick up from time to time. But okay, enough about me. Let's go back to your daughter. Japan, 3 years.
Oh, yeah, but I'm more going to talk about what you just said.
Okay.
What you just said was that, can you review?
Oh, what's that? Can I what?
Can you review what you just said?
Oh, can I review what I just said?
Yeah, in other words, never mind.
No. Okay, I got you. So you mean about the commercial and the Queen?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So go ahead.
I haven't watched TV in over 9 years. I haven't watched TV in over 9 years.
Wow. Good for you.
I'm serious.
Real good.
Yeah, and my TV is shows like yours.
Yeah, good.
So I've been paying attention and I've learned so much from you. I want to thank you for that.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And the symbols that you've shown on the Economic Magazine blow my mind.
Oh, yeah, man, there's so much on those. I mean, I'm always watching for the Economist covers, especially for their year in reviews, but they have a lot of covers where they put even more stuff on there. There's been, because most of y'all know, you already know that I've been kind of waiting on the tsunami for, where up north. And a lot of us are kind of waiting on that, but there's a lot of symbolism of the tsunamis also with the Economist. I've seen like 4 or 5, and they go over different years, but there's been a lot of really interesting stuff with that. But anyway, that's cool. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
No worries. I enjoy your show so much. Thank you so much. Big hugs to you, and you rock.
Oh, Melanie, I hope I didn't want to. I'm not saying goodbye. Is there anything else you wanted to say, or was
No, I'm just having technical difficulties. I'm old, and I'm old school, so I don't know how they work these things.
Oh, that's okay. No, I was just trying to make sure that you didn't feel like I was putting you off. If you still had anything to say, we got some time. But if you needed to go or you're ready to go, it's okay too.
Well, I'll get it next time. I've got an elf story for next time.
All right, we'll do it next time. But I appreciate you calling in this time. It's been real nice chatting with you.
Same here.
Great. Well, hey, take care, and we'll do it again. You're gonna have to tell me that story, okay?
All right. Bye-bye now.
All right. Bye, Melanie. Thank you. All right, Melanie, thank you very much. Nice chatting with you. Let me see if I can switch the background up again here real quick. Let's do a nice waterfall for our friend Victoria Cooper, adding her to the stage. You just have to unmute on your side, and we'll be okay. There you go.
AJ, can you hear?
Yes, you cut out just a little bit, but I think we're good now. How are you?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're cutting out, Victoria. I'm missing big blocks of it.
Strangely,
this stuff happens.
I hope things fine.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. First, to let you know that this is not my real
Victoria.
name because I'm connecting from my it's kind of an anonymous.
Oh, that's okay. No problem. Okay. That's all right. Can you hear me okay, or am I cutting out? Because you're pausing a little bit. I know you don't mean to. It's just the connection's a little bit slow over there. That's all. Okay, so we got it that's not your real name, right? And you're in an anonymous location. All right, good.
Yeah.
Okay. Gosh, sorry, it keeps pausing.
Matter really.
Oh, Victoria.
I'm not from, which is not my.
Go ahead. We'll see if it works. I'll just be quiet, and I'm going to let you just talk, and we'll see how it goes. Starting now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. but it's just sometimes it'll freeze, for a little bit and pause. But go ahead. I said I wouldn't talk. Now I'm stopping.
Yeah, I know if you disconnect me, that's fine. I will try to call another time, but let's.
It's okay. Go ahead and like I said, I'll just be quiet. It's cutting up a little bit, but we'll just see if you want to just tell us kind of what's up, what's on your mind, and we'll see if we hear it. Go ahead. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. First, I wanted to say that you mentioned King Cream in a color, and it's weird because
Victoria, I am so sorry. I'm saddened to say it's like I can't hear you. I'll hear a little bit, but then you'll freeze. Like the whole frame is frozen, and yeah, so it just keeps cutting out and everything else. We definitely need to try again, maybe with a different connection, like somehow. But yeah, like it's all completely frozen right now, and that sucks because I want to talk to you. I appreciate waiting. I can't finish a chat with y'all, but again, this happens. Happens. Technical stuff will happen all the time. So we will. I guess we'll disconnect for now, Victoria, just because we can't totally hear you. But please get a new connection or something, like whatever it takes, and then we'll try again sometime. Okay? Do you hear all that? All right. Yeah, it just froze up again. So I'm sorry, Victoria Cooper. We'll do it again, though, okay? I'm sorry. Thank you so much for waiting, but I have to move on, okay? All right. Thank you. All right, guys. These things happen sometimes during the live shows, as you know. It can get a little crazy, but it happens, man. There's technical problems. It comes around. I'll put the link in one more time for the night. If anybody's interested, jump in. And I've got Justin Bundy up next. You just have to unmute on your side, sir.
Yeah, sir.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
What's going on, brother?
Gosh, not much. Caught up in this show, How about you?
Yeah, I hear you. Doing okay. Just trying to get by.
Yeah, that's right.
Living day by day, watching the world fall apart around me.
Have you seen price increases at the grocery store?
Yeah, a little, but they actually haven't been getting too crazy around here.
I know. I haven't really seen anything, honestly.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, just a couple of things here and there, really, but not really. A lot of crazy jack up. As far as prices go.
Yeah, I've been watching online to see if anybody's showing anything from like the East or West Coast. Maybe some other things happening out there, but nothing yet. But yeah, again, there's no fear in it anyway. But I do know it's coming, and it's all just part of
Oh yeah,
what has to happen.
Probably going to all slam us at one time. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
We'll see how it plays out. I ain't
yeah.
planning to be here for the long term, but that's all right.
Right. No, I just wanted to call in and say hey, and I wanted to give a shout out to the family, our Rumble Whales for sure.
Thanks, man.
Everybody, and I wanted to thank everybody in the chat and the family, and you especially for all the prayers. With my family situation going on and everything like that.
I know it's all a little fresh still, but you doing okay?
Oh yeah, doing all right. Yeah, I mean, my dad was just in January.
Okay, good.
Now we're
I
dealing
know.
with this.
Well, we'll be praying. We'll be praying for you, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got you.
I just wanted to talk to you actually about the things just going on around us, mainly. I feel like with the thing that happened with my dad as fast as it did, taking him away, getting him away from having to deal with all this, and now my mom going as soon as she's going, and it's like, yeah, I think it's a sign. It's about time.
We're getting close.
Yeah, I think it's about time for all to go.
Yeah, man, you're gonna have a great reunion very soon. We all are.
Yeah, that's a big deal too. I think my dad's been calling my mom ever since he left.
Nice.
So
there you go. And the kids are good. Wait, I
Oh
say
yeah.
kids. I know you got a young lady, but is there other
Oh
kids? I
yeah.
didn't know.
Peyton. Yeah, my little one, Peyton. Yeah. Yeah, it's
All
funny.
good.
I was listening to the caller earlier and just talking about you know, how long he's been listening. The guy from Finland that called earlier. You
Yeah.
know, listening to him, and
Jay.
Jay, when he called, and I was thinking about just reminiscing. He was talking about some of the videos, and then the other caller that called a while ago talking about listening to you and falling asleep and everything. And I was thinking about when Peyton, you know, when she called in with me that time, and I was thinking about her laying there in the bed with me, listening to KJ and watching KJ until she fell asleep.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, it was pretty
I,
cool. Made
I'm
me think.
proud to know that my show put so many of my listeners to sleep.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
it was a long time ago though. You know, it was back in the
I
day. You
know.
know?
I'm
Yeah.
just playing.
Oh, I know.
I genuinely just appreciate, you know, any of y'all listening.
Oh,
It's
yeah. I
wonderful.
mean,
So thank you.
it was great. You know, I mean, that's what started my following. You know, my dedication to following you and your videos and everything you put out. You know, just
Yeah, thank you.
been around for a long time. But
Appreciate you.
oh yeah, no, I just wanted to call in and say, hey, it's been a while since we talked. And
Well, cool, man. Well, it's always a pleasure, and it's always great to see you here on the shows
oh,
with us. And I know everybody
oh
loves you, and just thank you.
no, I was going to ask you actually. Being kind of funny but serious, did you have to break out the canoe here in the last week to get
Oh
around?
yeah, no. Luckily, I'm up way up off the ground over here, so I got lucky on that one. But I was looking into going out to Tahlequah and doing some kayaking, but they have it shut down out there right now because it's too
Oh, I
high.
can
So I guess
imagine. I bet it's flooded out. Yeah.
it's flooded out like 4 feet up or something. It's crazy.
Really? Yeah. Oh, I imagine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but otherwise, it's been cool because this is my favorite time of the year because I can open the door. I have a cage, not a cage, but like a thing I
Oh,
put up over the walkway so Chubb stays on the front porch, and
right.
it's just perfect weather for the windows open, doors open, and just chilling.
Oh,
I got the
yeah.
bird feeder out there.
Yeah.
Good
We've had
life.
the windows up, and we've had the windows open up here too, up here in Enid when it's not pouring down rain.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah.
it's been nice. We got more to come, and I like it. I like all the storms. I'm that kind of dude. I like a overcast day.
Oh yeah. I like the stormy weather myself. I'm one of those crazy nutbags that would go chase tornadoes, you know, and follow
Yeah,
thunderstorms stuff like. I mean, we're Okies. What can you expect?
yeah, that's
You
right.
know.
There's a lot of Okies that do that. That's true.
Oh yeah. I mean, we're probably the only crazy folk that'll actually build a vehicle to go withstand a tornado just to go chase them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Crazy folks. Good crazy out here. Good
Oh
crazy
yeah,
though.
good crazy here though. Yeah, good family folk. That's what I love about being here in Oklahoma. It's just very, very family oriented, good down to earth people.
True. That's true, my friend. Yep. Anything else you got for us, JB? Just
No,
wanted to
brother.
say hi.
Oh yeah, I just want to call in and give a shout out to everybody and tell Tamara that she better wipe that club off and put it back in its case whenever she gets done tonight. She
All right.
knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, thank you, Justin. Always good seeing you and chatting with you, man.
All right, have a good evening.
Take care. Have a good
All
one.
right, love you, brother.
You too, man. All right, Justin. It's a pleasure, my friend. Thank you very much. Got a couple more people to go here to chat with, so let me mix it up a little bit. Try that one. That's an old one. We'll do that was in the beginning. This will be a good one. April Daly. April, welcome to the show. April? Oh no. Okay, we got disconnected. I'm sure she'll try again. I'll jump over to LaShonda. LaShonda, welcome to the
Hey,
show.
KJ. Hey, KJ, how
Hi.
are you?
Hey, I'm good. Thanks. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good. It's my first time calling in.
Oh, I love it. Well, thank you. You're totally welcome here, and love talking to the people the first time. I mean, all the people, but it's always special. We all jump in. Thank you. How's everything going for you?
It's going pretty good. I've been listening to you for, gosh, a lot of years. I know it was early early 2000s, went back like when someone else said when YouTube was a little bit more free.
Yeah, yeah, back in the day. Well, thank you for listening for all that time.
Yeah, no worries. I just wanted to hop on and talk about the boomer generation.
Okay.
So I'm a mom. I've got 3 kids, and I know a lot of other moms feel this way, but a lot of you feel like there's just no community or family anymore. And I've been having like some things going on in my family where you're just trying to get the older generation to see where, not in a blame way, but trying to get them to see like essentially where they've dropped the ball at with, I mean, even just the way the state of the country is now with everything going on at the federal level, and really it's because we've sold out all these younger generations to corporate America and to put out all their jobs to all these other countries, and now our generation is having to pay for it.
Yeah.
And and then like even for me, like I'm a mom with 3 kids, like the new generation of grandparents, they don't really want to help out or watch their grandkids or spend time with their grandkids, and it's just like the cognitive dissonance that like none of them see the problem. It's just like every man's for themselves, even within a family, and it's sad.
Yeah. Well, why do you want them to understand that? Like, what is it that you really want them to see, and what do you want them to do with that information?
I just hope that they can, a lot of people say, I was speaking with my mother-in-law earlier, and she was like, yeah, you can't, put the blame, and you just got to move on. But I'm just like, even when you're learning something new, you got to learn the foundation of it, where it came from, why things were the way that they
Yeah.
were. That way you can move on to a better future. But I feel like that whole generation just doesn't want to take any accountability, or they don't care to make anything better. Like I've seen so many uh, people my age go no contact with their adult parents, and it's wild it's starting to become like the norm. And I feel like the older generation, like for instance, I also work with seniors in my job. I'm a senior educator for like health, and I actually
Nice.
just had a senior games thing that we just did, and I had a part of that is where they do like they're into like performing arts, and they compete with each other. And so we had a couple of line dancing groups, and I got phone calls over the weekend of the seniors upset at who won the line dancing group. Like they're just bickering with each other like teenagers. I'm like, come on, you guys are supposed to be the elders of this generation.
Well, I'll say I think there's like a mix of it because like in my family, there's a few things. On one side, it's the opposite because they want to spend time with their nephew and niece, but the nephew and niece never come around. I mean, very rare occasions they might, but I mean, so there's that. But also though, as far as like, I don't know how much we can get through to them honestly, because my own mom and dad, I love them. We're close. My mom and I are super close, and they're boomers. They're like in their 80s, early 80s, and they're religious. They raised me in church, but like I said, I mean, that's it. With who I am, the things I believe the Holy Spirit shown me all these years, it's been real difficult trying to share anything like that with them. And I've mentioned this in shows throughout the years, and it still is. It's just like there's a divide there. Their mind is made up. There's not really any
Yeah,
breaking through. So, my thing is, and I had to do this a lot, but just love them. That's what I do. Just, all right, I'm going to drop it. Personally, I'm not going to get them to see my point of view, as frustrating as it can be sometimes. I'm just going to
right.
love them, Lord. That's it. And that's what I've been doing. It ain't easy because I
It's
know.
not. That's what I'm trying to work on. I'm just like, how can I like fully embrace you? Because like
Oh,
you
he'll
said,
help
when
you.
you can see what's going on in the world, like bird's eye view, like you and everyone on this channel, and where they're just just going through the day to day, talking about very superficial things. Meanwhile, we have all
Yeah.
this knowledge brewing on the inside of us, and we can't even begin to speak up about it. It's tough.
Oh yeah, yeah, man, totally. I mean, like I said, it's not the easiest thing, but it's just to love them and to not worry about it. And also, a lot of times they get bummed out whenever I start sharing some hardcore stuff with them. They'll freak out, about things. So that's why I just over the time have learned to just drop it and be cool. They even ask me to not talk about my quote stuff and family get-togethers and the whole thing. So they're kind of freaked out and spazzed out. But whatever. My whole thing for them has always been, Jesus, are they going? Are they saved? And I know they're saved, but we're all on different levels of knowledge and information as brothers and sisters in Christ. That's another thing I've just learned over the years and have accepted. We're all on different levels of this knowledge and information, and to not hold it against anybody, because people don't need to know about the Illuminati to make it to heaven. It's not a salvation issue. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true. That is
Right.
very
So,
true.
yeah. So I kind of appreciate their innocence in a lot of ways too. Sometimes, really, they're very sweet, like genuinely super sweet people. And
Yeah. And sometimes too, like it's almost
as
like
long
you
as they
wish
got
you could.
Jesus, as long as they're saved, that's fine.
Right. Yep. I
Go
agree.
ahead.
No, I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I think it was
I'm with
cutting
you.
out. But no, I just wanted to
Uh,
come on
okay.
and call one time. I hadn't called before, and I wanted to tell you appreciate for what you do, because like you just said, if we don't have a outlet to talk about or share these things, we're super appreciative that you have provided an outlet for us.
Oh man, you're so welcome. And even your story, that's the thing about all of you. You guys are the stars of the show, but it relates to people. I know there's people that can relate with that frustration with boomers too. I guarantee you. So I appreciate you doing your first time call in. Let's not make it the last. And praying for you and the children, and that life just keeps going good for you. Hang in there, and thank you so much.
Thank you. And anybody else that has kids, that's raising kids out there, I know it's tough. Just like KJ said, keep God in your life and try to do your best. That's all you can do.
Beautiful. Thanks, Lashonda. Nice chatting and nice meeting you like this.
Thank you. Nice meeting you too. Have a good night.
You too. Bye bye. All right. You guys have all been amazing tonight, as usual. Let me switch up the background again a little bit. Try something new, something a little different. There you go. That'll be fun. Next up is Barbara. Barbara.
Hi, KJ. Can you
Hi.
hear me?
Yes, now it's loud and clear. I'm glad you
Okay,
called
I'm
back.
glad. Yeah, and that's my real name, Barbara.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. The thing is, Victoria Cooper is an account that I made because I published a novel, but anonymously, and I wanted to keep
Oh, I
that
got
name.
you. Yeah,
So
ghostwriter name.
yeah,
That's
but
really cool.
Yeah, the novel is called Out of the System, in Spanish, Fuera del Sistema. I didn't translate it yet, so the thing
How can we
is,
find it?
oh, you can't. I mean, you should write an email to my email account, and I send it freely to you.
Okay.
But it's in Spanish. I started
Okay.
with the translation, but I couldn't finish it. So,
No
but yeah, if
problem.
anyone that speaks Spanish would like to read it, yeah, you can write to me at fuera del sistema fds@gmail.com, and then I can
Excellent.
put it in the chat.
Okay. Thank you, Barbara.
Okay, but I wanted to tell you something. I prayed about calling today because I always wanted to call, but I never felt like, oh yes, today is the day.
Yeah.
And then I prayed, and then I realized that there's a lot of first-time callers and long-time listeners, as I am. But
Thanks.
one thing that confirmed about me calling is that a caller mentioned the band King Crimson. And can
Yeah.
you believe it that today they are playing at my city in Buenos Aires? They are having a concert and my husband is there.
What? I love it.
Yes.
That was like Zero that was talking about that. Man, that's so cool. I love when the Lord
Yeah,
does stuff like that.
yeah, was so funny. I couldn't believe it because it's really strange that they are actually giving live shows.
I know, right?
And
They're an older band.
Yeah, and not all of them came, but some of the musicians came, and they are playing like the old time songs from King Crimson. And we used to listen to King Crimson a lot when we were dating with uh, my husband. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's crazy.
amazing.
It really
Yeah,
is.
yeah. And well, I wanted to tell you that your audience is like the most amazing people. I love your shows
Thank
and
you.
these shows especially because you have an amazing group of people and I love them all. I remember when once Gina called and told her a testimony, and it was so amazing and it filled me with awe and joy. It's amazing.
I love that. I love that
And
response you had.
yeah, and another thing I love is when people shares about the dreams, or when you share in your videos about dreams that the people has. Oh, I love that.
Me too. Cloud9 Blessings is a great YouTube channel for that, and Uplifted is
Okay.
another one. Yeah, great channels. But I'm glad you like that too, because I pay attention to it. I have for years, and we discern people's dreams. But when you've been watching them as long as I have, it's amazing how some people have very similar things they'll see, but in a different sense. I don't know. You just get a great. My favorite are children's dreams. I just love the
Oh
children's
yeah.
dreams.
I've had a couple of dreams, but I can tell when I'm having like a spirit driven dream or something, because the way I wake up is like really different from when you wake up from any other dream. And I've had a couple of like demonic attacks in dreams that I had to fight. And I could really tell that I was having a spiritual battle, during the dream. And then also I had a couple of dreams about like the false alien invasion.
Oh, tell us.
No, it isn't
It's
really
not really that
amazing,
big.
but yeah, but one of them I remember that I was at an apartment with my family, and we were there. I don't know, I don't remember. It wasn't my house, it was some other place. But then I remember having listening to something outside and telling them, okay guys, it really is okay, it's really it has started, it has started. And it was really vivid. And then like you know those faces that you see with like the typical AI face with the with the I don't know, like it's it's a hologram thing. That, well, I saw a video with that image, and it was like the same as my dream. And there it had a voice that was telling something, and I don't remember what it was telling us. But I knew that I had to block my brain to not receive that voice. It was like something that was permeating all the senses of the people, and I knew I had to like spiritually block that voice from entering my head. And then I woke up, but it was really vivid.
That's amazing. It's I had there's a few dreams I remember from back when I could still remember them, but this is from a long time ago. But I did have a UFO video or a UFO dream. It was really random, and this is real, and I've mentioned it, I'm sure, in the past before. But the dream was I was inside a house living in some regular edition, and my wife was Jennifer Lopez, of all things. I had no idea why. I know, I probably saw a movie or something. But I look out the back window. She's in the kitchen. I look out the back window and I see just a fleet of UFOs coming at us. So I get her. We go out in the front door. All these UFOs start landing in the suburban neighborhood, but they're like U.S. Army UFOs. They were military UFOs, and then troops started running out and grabbing people. And I woke up like I didn't see much more after that. But yeah, weird, right? That was years ago, and I've had a few. But anyway, enough about my dreams. So go ahead. What else you got for us?
What else? Well, there's something I wanted to tell you. Remember when you had Kim and she shared her testimony? It was amazing, and I've been researching because of my novel. I've been researching a lot about mind control and targeted individuals.
Right.
So when she shared her testimony, all my research was coherent with everything that she was telling about. So, but there's one thing that she said that I wanted to respond, and I tried to reach her in the chat of the video afterwards, but for some reason I couldn't post my comment or the question. So maybe
Weird.
she's listening, or I don't know.
Yeah, she might be listening, but she'd actually mentioned that a lot of weird technical things happen around her, and things like that.
That's one of the things, actually. But the thing that I wanted to tell her is that she mentioned that something about a drama teacher that was part of this kind of mind control thing, and she said, stay away from drama teachers. And then I remember that, and it stuck with me because my husband is a drama teacher and I'm an actress, so it was like,
no way.
Oh, what is she talking about? So
I'm thinking it was Stanislavski, probably, like, mind controlling yourself or something.
That's what I was wanting to tell you and the audience, is that obviously there are different kinds of techniques for acting, and there are some that connect more with the memory, like trying to bring back memories of things. But there are some other very healthy, spiritually healthy techniques that you can use for acting. And even though it's true that some actors may connect with spirits to do their thing, it's not like the most common thing. Maybe in Hollywood, you may have these kind of things that the actors like sold their soul to have a talent. Yeah, you may have that. But I just wanted to let everybody know that if someone wants to really be an actor and act, it's not that it's always bad, I know that it's a very special environment sometimes, but I mean, there is a way that to do it for the Lord,
definitely.
and to do it in the right way. And so I want to encourage anyone that wants to be an actor or an actress there, that you can do it with the Lord's help, and finding the right people, the right teachers, the right training, the right projects, because sometimes you have to say no to some things. But that's what I wanted to say.
I'm glad you did. That's a great message. And my background is I come from film school, and I hung out with the drama kids and the actors and actresses, and we had a good time. Some of them were a little over the top, but for the most part, they were always a lot of fun. We even played poker against them. We had the film guys against the actors and actresses. But no, man, I'm with all that. And also, I've always said for many years that the Lord, people can't put him in a box. He's got his children everywhere in this world, in movies and Hollywood and New York City and the stock exchange, and we're all over the place, man. And that's that just goes with it. So I'm with you. Anybody, trying to shut you down and, from whatever doing it. No, man, I say just go straight to the Lord, pray about things, and listen to the Holy Spirit. Even if people are telling you you're crazy, man, go do what the Lord's guiding you to do. And maybe it is to be right? Mm-hmm. Go ahead though.
And another thing is, you could say the same about any other profession. We've seen all that happened with the doctors and the nurses, and with the past event. So you can have like people doing the wrong thing in all areas of life, and you can have, on the other hand, people doing the right thing on every area, And also, for example, I'm in a rehearsing a play, and my playmates are, I'm sure they don't have anyone else to pray for them, to love them. So I'm really enjoying, and I'm thankful that I can be part of that play and share with them. They are my friends. I love them, and I pray for them that they can come to know the Lord. I don't have many opportunities to really talk to them or preach to them, but I think that we can talk to people and preach with our example and our life. So I'm hoping that the Lord will do his work there. And that's another thing.
That's beautiful. I love it, Barbara, and it is a great reminder for everybody. Definitely that this really is a war, and it's like a big chessboard, and there are people who are fully evil, and there's people who have the Holy Spirit who are connected with Jesus, and there's people in the middle who haven't made their choice yet, and that's what it looks like. And we are everywhere. So thank you for clarifying that and putting that message out. It's a good one.
Okay. Thank you, KJ, for giving us this platform. And yeah, I'm so thankful that I got to talk to you, and yeah.
You're so welcome. Hey, I'm glad you called back. I hate losing a caller. I hate losing one of y'all. So thanks for coming back, and nice meeting you. And maybe we'll get some people to go check out the novel. And good luck on the next one. And okay.
I'll write it in the chat if anyone wants to read it.
There you go. All right, Barbara. We'll take care.
Bye.
Okay, and thank you.
Thank you. You
good
too,
night.
KJ. Blessings.
Okay. Bye. Awesome. Thanks, Barbara. Yeah, I'm so glad you came back. It's never fun losing somebody. Let me go ahead and throw up a new background here, get the next guest on deck. There we go. There's that. So it'll be April Daly's back. April, are you there?
Hey, can you hear me?
April Daly? Hey.
Can you
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm at work. So
Hey.
hold on just a second.
Oh, okay. Oh boy, you're gonna get in trouble?
Sorry. No, I'm all right. I'm just picking up my samples right now. So
cool, no worries. Hey, first off, thanks for being a friend for so long on here. It's always good to see you.
I know. Well, yeah, you're looking at the ceiling, but no,
well, see you in the chat. I mean,
yeah, I know. I've been listening for a long time, since I guess about 2000. I'm nervous, so
that's okay. Don't be.
But
you're all right.
Yeah, so I've been listening for a long time. Since 2017, I think I started.
Cool.
Then,
thank you.
I always wanted to do the call-in show. I just worked overnights. I worked a lot later, so I was always sleeping, and then I never was able to get on. So
your graveyard shift?
Well, it's 10 to 6:30, so kind of. But before it was midnight to 8:30. So like that's why I was like, huh?
Gotcha.
What is what?
Doing that shift can really, it screws some people up. And are you there?
Yeah, I am now.
Can you hear me?
No. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Okay, cool. I was just gonna say that shift can mess people up because it throws off your rhythm. Yes. And I did it out in Los Angeles. It was like one of the last jobs I did was graveyard shift, managing with a security company and driving around and checking people. But it did kind of ruin my day life, honestly. Like just for me, it didn't work.
It's
go ahead.
Like you get used to it. I think some people can do it and some people can't. Like I never thought I could.
Oh yeah.
But then I ended up doing it, and it's like a regular job with people and good company and just.
Oh, there you go.
So it's like normal, and then I got used to it, so I was able to keep going, and now I kind of like it. I went to the day shift for like a year and a half, and it was so stressful because I couldn't get anything done. I couldn't do any day appointments. Plus, with my daughter, she has the autism, so it was like it ended up being easier. I'm like, I'm just gonna go back to night shift, and
or you could always just stay home and send your daughter to work. There's that.
Exactly. One day.
Well, good. I'm glad you found something. I'm glad you found something you enjoy, and it's going good. And good. What else is on your mind?
Mostly that. I'm trying to get these samples in the machine so I can go on my little break. So let's see. What else? I really didn't even know what I was gonna say.
It's okay. You don't have to. I'm glad you called in anyway. It's nice to finally say hi.
I know. Definitely. In fact, I'll just go back there. I know we always talk about, because you talk about the animals. I'm actually vet tech, or I went to school for vet technician. So.
Oh, cool. That's a great gig. Nice.
Yeah. So I'm doing working in the lab right now.
What animal species do you like working with the most?
Horses probably, but
oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Too.
Man,
yeah,
horses are real
first.
smart too, aren't they?
Yes, and that's what I did when I first got out of vet tech school. I went and worked with the horses.
Love it.
I went into small animal after that, and I was like doing small animal since then. Basically that and serving. That's all I ever do.
What's the average lifespan of a house cat?
Yeah, I would say ranges. I'd say like 15 to 18. Some can go up to 20 though. Yeah.
We still got some time. All right, good to know. Chubbs is probably about 10 years old now.
Oh yeah, you still got a while, and it just depends on their health too.
He's good.
Yeah, I know. I just went and adopted. I had lost my cat, and went and adopted 2 more, and then one of them ended up having. And I don't know what the lesson the Lord was trying to teach me in this one, because I don't know if I don't know. I mean, of course, prayed, but the kitten ended up having like congenital kidney thing going on. So I'm like, okay, yeah. I mean, he's doing okay now. I'm like, I had to put him on medicine, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Special food, and now his blood work's coming back good, and everything's fine. So yeah.
Let me ask you this one too. Then, what are your thoughts on pit bulls?
I know, that's so funny. I was going to talk about that. Me personally, I have never had like a bad experience with them, like as a vet tech, like them coming at me or attacking. But I've seen like what they can do to the other animals, and like had emergencies come in from them. And I've actually never even had a bad experience with them. Really, it's so weird. But I know they had but I don't trust them like 100.
Yeah.
But
me either.
That's one of my thoughts. Is I was like, with animals, I want to do more study into it, because it intrigues me. Because it's like, they don't have a soul, or are they spirit and no soul? I know that they're missing something, and
I think that we get.
And I know.
I think they go. I think they go to heaven. I think.
Well, right. I do too. I hope so. I sure do hope so.
Me too.
But I mean, I know I know that God works through them, or can like I don't know if some of those pit bull attacks maybe is like spiritual influence.
Might be. I've thought about that. Maybe they're sweet puppies, but then something jumps on them. Who knows?
I know. Well, that, or like, what if like the people that own the animal are not saved as well? Like, I feel like you might have some kind of
there you go. Could be. You bet.
Spiritual head shift over your house, and like, because I had my cat one time. All right, now I'm done. I still have my samples on. All right, I'm gonna go outside, so people are like, "What in the heck is she talking about?" Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, I'm gonna grab my coffee. All right, but yeah, no, I was the one time when I was, because I had actually gotten in trouble a lot, like in my younger years, like not younger, actually, in my 30s. And I was in jail and everything, and it's like, well, that's one thing though, I think, with addiction, because like when people or anybody was an addict or something, and if they even know the Lord a little bit, the Lord will like put you in jail, because when you go to jail, you end up, it's pretty much like a Christian, if on the girl side anyways, either you're gonna like go the Christian route and like redo your life, or you're not. It's like one or the other. And so I was like really close, but it's crazy, because I was trying to get this whole, because I always wanted like a miracle, with like a miracle in my life, and like him just to take addiction away and just make everything better all at once, and or like a miracle that people talk about and nothing ever happened. But when I got out, then I remember taking my cat and my dog to this vaccine clinic, because vaccines are so great, but never mind.
It's
Pet
okay.
vaccine, pet shots. It's a fact.
Yeah.
I used to do that actually too. That's horrible. But yeah, and so we were there, but the bottom of the case, it was crazy because I'm a cat, and the bottom of the case like dropped out of the carrier case, and he darted across a busy road, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and everybody's like freaking out, and there was like a building, they were building a restaurant, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and I'm like, just stay here, he's gonna freak out, I'm just gonna go, and I crossed the street, and like he's running through this parking lot, and the sheriffs drive around, and they brought like another carrier, and I didn't know what to do, and he's like kind of running from me, and like I don't know if I said it out loud or in my head, but I just said stop in the name of Jesus, like out of like this pure desperation, and literally my cat froze, just stopped. And like I walked right up to him and picked him up and carried him over, and the sheriff had the carrier, and I put him in there, and she's like, oh my gosh, I did not think you were going to catch that cat. I was like, I know, I didn't either, but it was crazy though. But as soon as I like did that, it was so like, I'm like, okay, so that was my first like real experience, and it was only for me because I know it was the Lord. That was, I think, before I was saved too.
Yeah.
Because it's such a long journey. You go through so much. I don't know. It took a long time to get to where I'm at now, actually, in my walk with the Lord and my faith. And
good.
But yeah, but that was one thing. But so that's why I was like, I wonder if animals can have like spirits working through them, or like,
Yeah,
because some of those, pit bull attacks on their owners is pretty crazy to me.
Our friend Kanga Kong in chat says they do have here, I'll just do this. They do have a soul. I've studied this in the original language. The name is Nepish. That's just the tip. I studied this for months and consulted the concordance. Nice. Yeah. Good. There we go. All right. Good. It's done.
Yes. Okay. Good. So then that's what I was that's what I thought. I thought they had the soul and was missing the spirit. And then so I'm just hoping like because we're saved, we have the spirit and they're part of our family, so their spirit will go up with us too. That's
there we go.
Thought. Plus, my other thought is that the Lord's putting all of our animals in our mansion.
There you go.
When we come home, we walk in there and they're all there.
Yeah.
Storing our treasures up there.
Yeah, I think so. We'll be all right.
Yeah. And then I don't know what else. And then with the animals, one other weird thing that happened. They're always like, oh, animals can hear things. This could actually kind of, what's the word when I can't even think right now because I'm so. But
okay.
We were. It was the middle of the night. We were sleeping, and it was an upstairs, downstairs house, at townhouse. I was downstairs sleeping on the futon with my daughter, and the dog was down there with me. And then my husband was upstairs in the bedroom up there, and he was sleeping. And then I hear this like knock on the door, and it was weird because I'm like half asleep, so I'm just like, oh no, if I'm dreaming or whatever. The dog will bark if it's a real knock. So I'm just sitting there, and I hear the knock again on the door, and so I get up. I'm like, this is weird, and the dog didn't bark. I'm like, I go to the window to kind of like look out and see, is there really somebody out there? Like, what's going on? And at the same time, I'm peeping out the window. He's coming down the stairs, and he's like, you heard that too? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, I'm not opening the door. And I'm like, I was like, I thought Flex would bark. And he's like, I did too. It was the strangest thing. So I don't know what that was, but that was really weird.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Because
it is.
It's like, how do you? So then we were like, that must have been something in the spirit knocking for only us two to hear it, and not the dog, which would kind of coincide with them not. Yeah, it was crazy. Like that was really weird. But
well, thanks for sharing it.
Because he barks at everything, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's definitely weird.
Well, you got a cool job. So Good luck over there. It
Sorry about
sounds
the
like it's
plane
getting.
going over.
Oh, that's all right. But what
Down
else
on
you
you.
got for us, April? Anything else?
Not too much. I just really wanted to call in and say hi, and that I've
Well,
been
thank
a
you.
long time listener and
Appreciate it,
and
both of y'all.
just say hi to everybody. And
Thank you. Well, it's nice. It's nice finally talking to you.
I know it finally worked
Chatting with
out.
you. And
I
yeah,
was like,
just
I know.
stay
So,
blessed on it.
well, I was gonna say now that I know that the show, the show, I'm always can go on like later now. You can always have me at the end if you want.
Oh,
if you need to.
whatever. No, I don't look at it like that. Whoever jumps in line, that's how I do it. But but thank you though, and good chatting with you, April. I appreciate you.
All right, no problem. All right, you
Have
guys have a good night.
Yeah, you too. Have a good night with all the animals.
Well, I actually don't work with the animals. I just work with the samples, unfortunately.
Oh, I missed that. Okay, I thought you were with the
it's
animals.
the lab.
All right.
It's the lab.
Well, that's all right. Have fun at the lab.
Yeah.
We'll do it
I
again
will.
next time. All right. Take care.
All right,
Thank
definitely.
you.
Okay,
All right,
bye.
bye-bye. Thanks, April. All right, let me jump over here and do one background, another tornado. For my last guest, actually, mentally ill. Are you there? Mentally ill.
Hey, KJ, how you doing?
Hey, man, I'm doing good. You're sounding loud and clear.
Awesome, and so are you.
Thanks. Well, you're the last guest. Thanks for waiting.
Beautiful, man. First of all, I'm gonna make a wonderful joke. I'm a first-time listener, but I was subscribed to from this woman right here.
Who's that?
Oh,
Oh, is it Kitty?
yeah, she's not gonna meow for me
Nice.
now.
That's all right. I heard a couple. I'm glad it's a cat, because I thought if that was a human's voice, they must be in bad shape.
Oh, burn.
No. But yeah, that's great, man. Thanks for. What's the name of the cat?
Her name is PETA.
PETA. Nice. Hi, PETA.
First of all, man, I definitely have to say that it's pretty crazy how Corona has become the most famous beer, quote unquote, beer around now. Outrageous.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Indeed.
And
And there was Kitty jumping in. Go ahead.
a lot of people have been talking about, stating their faith and being about God and everything.
Yeah.
I've been about God my entire life. I've been an outcast my entire life because of it.
Oh yeah. How? Go ahead.
Oh man, I
A
was
family of non-believers.
no, I was raised in church, Methodist technically, and all my family they just turned away, and I was the only one standing there with faith, and they were like, "Oh no, we're gonna shun you." I'm like,
Well,
"Why are you shunning me?"
Yeah, what caused their shift? Why'd they change? Was it a gradual process, or?
That's what I'm thinking. Pretty much a gradual process.
Yeah, I think that's probably how a lot of people fall away from. It's church is fine to me falling away from. Just don't fall away from Jesus. That's the main thing. Make sure you got him, number one. If you want to do church, go do church. But that's too bad. So they abandoned the faith.
Exactly. And then now they have accepted non-worship.
So they don't even nothing, right? They don't read the Bible. I mean, do they even believe in God or Jesus, or?
They say they go to church, but they sit in pews and then come out of the pews and act like hypocrites.
Yeah, that's kind of the way that works. That
Exactly.
Unfortunately, yeah, with a lot of the organized religion, that's kind of how it works, man. People think they're putting in their time by giving the Lord one day of the week, and it's like that's not the answer. First off, it's like have him every day, talk to him every day, nurture that relationship with him, and you'll hear from him. And like the closer you get to him, the closer he gets to you, and it's amazing the things he'll do in your life.
And that's one effed up thing about people nowadays. they're saying that if you talk out loud to the Lord, you're psychotic. You're talking out loud. It's pretty messed up.
That is pretty messed up. Yeah, it's too bad. Well, like I mentioned earlier in the show, but that's a big issue with a lot of organized religion. They shun the supernatural, and they shun the end times. They don't want to talk about any of that stuff. But to me, the Lord already knows. It's why I've got to have my experiences, I think, just because I'm open to it. I love the strange things. I love the weird things. I love, just the way he works with us. It's incredible. But I'm with you. That's too bad. I'm sorry you're going through that. So the family, is it like mom, dad, and brothers and sisters, and like?
Oh man, don't even worry about that. This is a long time ago. I'm
Okay, but
too
go ahead.
old.
All right. Well, we'll move on. Go ahead, man.
But yeah, there was somebody talking about dreams, and you were talking to them about the dreams and everything.
Yeah.
I have partial epilepsy, so I actually keep a dream journal, quote
wow.
unquote. Yeah, so when I have a dream, I'll wake up. I'll maybe sleep for like 3 hours, and then I'll wake up, and then I'll write down my dream. So when I
That's cool.
actually wake up, I'll be able to read them and remember my exact dream.
It's very smart.
And let me ask you this, KJ. I really want your opinion on this.
Okay.
Me personally, I don't like to say amen because my conversation with God is ongoing. How do you feel about that?
I think that's great. I think it's a personal thing, the amen. Some people won't say it because it's Amen Ra, and
Oh yeah,
I don't.
blah blah blah.
Yeah, they get into that. Man, when it comes to stuff like that, I just think it's a personal thing. The Lord obviously knows what you mean, knows your heart, and
Exactly.
understands.
That's all you spread. I
Yeah,
love
there
what
you
you
go.
spread.
Thanks, man. But I know that's how he sees those things. I believe, of course, and he does. I don't think he gets caught up in like little things like that. He really is looking at your heart, and your intention, and your
Exactly.
walk, and how far you've come. He's a big, proud father up there. It's amazing.
And this is a great thing now. I am praying for your YouTube, man. I really
Thanks.
am.
Thanks. I hope so. I'd love to have it, just because I'd mentioned earlier, I had a bad cyber attack on the website over the last
Oh
several
yeah,
months.
I know,
It's
man.
good now.
Dumbass BS. I
But
apologize. I mean,
no,
oops.
you're good. But the reason it even sucks even worse is because YouTube had already taken away so many videos from their website, and then somebody else comes in behind me and starts wiping out everything else. So, but like I said, it's better now. It's good. I've been adding stuff in. But aside from that, I appreciate the prayers for that. I'd love to have it back, and I don't even know if I would use it anymore, honestly. Like
Right.
just because I'd want to keep it safe. But I'd like to have it just so that people can get the information, because I've been having to try to
Exactly.
find all these videos. Dude, so many are just disappeared. So many videos I just can't
Well,
find anymore.
I am spreading the word just like you. Christ is King.
Yeah, thanks, man. That's it. And
And
I pray for it too, and believe. You got to believe.
I know you know this. I don't remember off the top of my head. I have notes, but I'm thinking of it now. Everybody goes to heaven through the blood of Christ. Even the yada yadas, bad people.
Yeah.
Everybody goes to heaven. We just have to wait until Judgment Day.
Yeah.
God is
And
the
that's what.
one judging us. Christ is the one who saved us.
Interesting. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Interesting train of thought.
Very nice.
I've thought about that day when we get to be in front of him, and when we have to have like a life revisitation or whatever, and seeing if your name's written in the
Exactly.
book of
And
life.
then
But
have that
I don't.
conversation.
It's gonna be great. It's going to be great, man. And, I hope people out there, if you've got the Lord, really work on, if you're living in fear of anything, don't be, and try to let that go. Trust me, I know what it's like. Look at the stuff I do for my life, and I see the anxiety come in sometimes, and it's all out there. It's just, that's why I always have to go back to Jesus. He's my anchor, and you always have to go back to spend time with him. Sometimes you turn off the computer, TV, just go outside, hang out with Chubbs and talk to the Lord for a while. Like I have to do stuff like that all the time.
Oh, I spend massive amounts of time on my balcony, and there are times that I spend 7 hours with you, KJ.
Hey, I appreciate all that, man. I do. Thank you.
Word. Well, the last thought of mine. I apologize. What's that?
No, I was just do your last thought, but then I was also going to ask if you wanted to share any interesting dream afterwards. So go ahead.
Oh, a dream that I've had?
Yeah, well, yeah, I was going to say you can finish your last thought, and if you wanted to share one of those dreams you've written down, feel free. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What's
It's
that?
fine. What was your last thought? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I shouldn't have done that.
No,
I'm
you're good,
sorry.
man.
Please
You're
continue.
perfectly fine. I do have to say, my dream journal is personal, so I'm not going to do anything
Oh,
like
that's
that.
okay. No worries.
Yeah.
I was just throwing it out there. Okay.
But I do have to say, unfortunately, my wife just passed away.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, thank you. But it's so great because she had this. We were together for 10 years, and she
Nice.
had this thing. She was a little hesitant about
About
God
that, I
and
know.
everything. And I would be talking to myself and cooking and cleaning and working and stuff. And she'd be like, "What are you doing?" And then I'd put on KJ, and she'd be like, "What are you listening to?" And then
Yeah.
finally she came around, and she before she passed away, she accepted Christ as her Lord and Savior and asked God for forgiveness.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Perfect. Well done. Best
Exactly. That's
decision
what I'm
ever.
telling her every day.
I love it, man. Yeah, you'll be reunited, I believe, at any time. I got my eyes up. But man, that's beautiful. So I'm glad you're looking at it the right way, and I know that's the way the Lord would want you to see it. Don't spend too much time
Easily.
being down. Just be looking forward to the reunion.
Yeah, and I apologize for crying on the phone.
Oh, you're fine, man. I've cried on live shows sometimes. It
I
happens.
know,
So.
I've heard you.
I try not
That's
to.
why
I
I'm
even
admitting to you I'm crying.
Hey, that's okay. Well, we love you, man, and we're all. I'm sure that folks are praying for you, is to be at peace in this life,
Hey,
and just
love and
be,
gratitude.
yeah, man, that's it. Just be ready. That we have a great reunion coming. It's all real. It's all true. There's no long-term life in this world anymore. Jesus is coming back to take it down. So yeah, we've got great things coming for us, man. So I love
Oh,
it.
I cannot wait.
Yeah, we'll get to meet each other too. I can't wait to meet you and your wife. It'll be great.
Is this the end of your show?
Yeah, you're the last one, man. Is there anything else you wanted to say?
Do you want to pray on the phone with me?
Man, let's do it. You want to lead?
No, go for it.
Okay, I'll say a prayer for all of us then. So, Heavenly Father, first off, I just want to say thank you so much for each and every one of these wonderful friends I've got to have on the show tonight and get a chance to talk with. And I love it. Thank you for providing this platform and the whole thing, the whole show, just the way we can meet up like this. It just means the world. And you know that. So thank you once again for everybody here. Thanks for all those people watching tonight live, hanging out with us, the family here, and also those who watch later. And I pray these shows can be a blessing to everybody out there as they're a blessing to me. All these people are always great. We always have fantastic stories and testimonies and just experiences here. So I appreciate all of that, Father, because I pray before the shows that you help line it up. So I appreciate you being so great in that respect. And please be with us all in these days. Lots of people are suffering out there, a lot of loss, of course, in these days, and health issues and financial issues, and people are really feeling attacked and under it. So please be with all your children here, Lord, and help us make it through these days. Give us that encouragement, give us that nudge that you're here with us, and just let us know. And that's always the encouragement we really need. So thanks for always being there for us, even when we don't acknowledge it. Thanks for all the blessings you provide. Everything great comes from you. Everything good comes from you. So thank you for all these things, and forgive us for maybe not being as grateful as we should be sometimes. So thank you. And I pray we all are found worthy to escape the things coming upon this earth, Father. So, and on that note, I love you. We love you, Lord. And in Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
In Jesus' name I pray. Thank you
Thanks,
so
man.
much, KJ, for your determination. You're amazing.
Mentally, I appreciate that. Thank you, man. man, thanks. It's taken everything, but this is my everything. So I appreciate you. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, I appreciate you as well, man.
Well, it's been a pleasure chatting with you. I hope we get to do this again sometime. Okay. I mean, it's up to you.
Definitely.
So don't hold back. And
I will not.
yeah, man, I love you, man. It's been a pleasure. And just take care out there, and we'll do it again some other time. Okay.
I love you as well, and love and gratitude to your audience. They are amazing.
Thanks, man. We'll do it next time. Take care and have a good night.
Thank you. You as well.
Thanks. Bye-bye. All right, you guys. Yes, that was my last guy. We finished at about 3 hours. Not bad. Usually I'll only post the link in the first couple hours just in case I don't want to make the show run, too long. We used to have and maybe I'll do it again sometime soon, but the issue is I have a show tomorrow I've got to do. If you didn't know, right here on this YouTube channel, KJ's What Happened, 2 p.m. Central Standard, right here on YouTube. I hope you can make it. Got plenty of things to share with you. Thank you guys once again, all the guests tonight, man. All of y'all were just, hey, even when even when someone's just saying hi, listen, you're still a blessing. You took time to even reach out and chat with me. So it means a lot to me. I thank every one of you always. I mean it. Tamara, thank you so much for everything you do, my friend. And of course, big shout out to those who support the videos and shows. Of course, I need the support, and subscribe to our family. Rumble Wells, man. All of y'all, Patreon's out there now. PO Box also. Thanks to all of you guys. I'm going to be opening up and sending stuff out over the next few days. Cards back to y'all as a thank you, and just like to always write a little note to you. Saying this for so many years, and you just, you're feeding the habit, which is wonderful because the Lord made this an obsession for me. I always say, because it is. It is enough to make me leave my childhood dreams of being a horror science fiction writer director in Hollywood. So thanks. I'm glad he did that. I thank him all the time. Anyway, hope you guys can make it tomorrow. Please check it out. Then I have an uncensored show on Monday over on Rumble, 2 p.m. Central Standard, under KJ Osborne with a Z, that channel. And this week, my new video is coming out. So I got plenty of stuff coming. I thank you guys as always, man. You're amazing. Y'all have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. All right? We'll see you then. Thanks again to all the wonderful people I got to talk to tonight. See you next time.